Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Vanzant, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
The official Man Cave Morning Show is about to go down today. Clap it up. I am ready. We are energized. Welcome everybody to the Man Cave Morning Show. And I'm going to introduce this incredible squad. To my left, we call him the Doctor, Dr. J.
What up? How you doing? What up? How you doing? Let's get it, y'all.
Oh Lord, he ready.
Let's get it.
To my far right.
Hey.
That dude that gets a little rude.
Ooh.
We call him Deacon Woo.
Let's get it.
And, of course, to my right, sitting next to me, she's not all bundled up today. We call her the plug.
Ooh.
The beautiful.
The plug.
The intelligent.
Yeah.
The amazing.
Ooh.
We affectionately call her.
What we call her, yo? Yeah, baby.
Good morning. Blessings to all y'all. We got a great show for you, as per usual.
Yes.
Blessings.
And I am the janitor.
Oh, boy.
The toilet bowl cleaner.
Get out of here.
The dude that really needs to vacuum these floors.
Eureka.
You should have told me. My bad.
They call me Storm Norn the General.
Yeah, baby.
Yes.
The general's in the building. Let's get it.
I'm almost 1 year older.
Oh, boy.
It's his birthday week.
Ooh.
22 years old. Almost.
Ooh.
Can't wait for this.
Welcome everybody to the show. Yeah, man. I love that. Welcome everybody to the show. We're going to talk about a lot of things today. So it's definitely going to go down today. And I just want to show some love. Shout out to Patricia Shell Gibbons on the check-in. And everybody checking in with us and everything. Hope you can hear us. Hope you can see us. Hope we got it all shared out and everything. But a lot of things we're going to talk about today. A lot of things. What's one of the things, Woo, yo, Dr. J, we're going to discuss today?
Well, have you ever had someone give you a second chance? You know, sometimes we may not feel like we're worth it, you know, but we want to talk about someone to give you a second chance, you know?
More or less, name a time in your life when you was given a second chance.
And you know what else we're talking about? You know what you're talking about?
Name a time in your life, and be honest, when you was given a second chance. Go ahead, Will.
Friends that treat you better than family.
Ooh.
Can I get a witness?
Amen.
Wow, friends.
What?
Yes, sir.
Strangers that
Treat you better than your own
family. Wow, that's deep. That's a deep one. And also we're gonna discuss Quincy Jones. What did he do, man? What went down with Quincy? Quincy just did a hell of a interview.
It all out.
I love it.
And he blew everybody up.
Vulture.com got a gem, okay, off of him. That was they got a big money off.
I'm
of this
Quincy
one.
Jones. I'm 85 years old, and I don't give a damn.
Good morning. Let me show some love. Shout out to Stephanie Thomas. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Akima Campbell. What's up, sis? Good morning, Bird Johnson. James Glenn Gregg. What's good, man? Sis Patricia Shell Gibbons on the check-in. Wifey on the check-in. Denise Sparrow on the check-in.
Respect.
Good morning. Good morning, beautiful people. We're gonna talk about some things today. Good morning, Glow. Good morning, some things today. And which one y'all want to go in with first? The second chance. I already know.
Yeah, you already got it up.
Yep. Name a time in your life and be honest when you was given a second chance at something. Well, you may have gave yourself a second chance at something. So let's talk about it. I'm gonna go right to Woo. I'm not gonna go to Dr. J. He's preoccupied right now, handling some business, doing what he does. But I'm gonna go right to Woo. I'm gonna start off with Woo. Usually I start off with Yo.
I was going through a very, very difficult time in my life, and it was manifesting in my job performance. And I had this old Cadillac, and I loved it, the Demon Eldorado. And it would break down.
That's fire.
Yeah, I know. I used to love my L dog. It was silver, chrome, and also broke down all the time. Anyway, the car would break down so much it was preventing me from getting to work. Do you know my coworker approached me one day and said, "I noticed you're having trouble with your car." I was like, "Yeah, Hannah." Very defensive about it. He said, "I'm going to help you." I said, "Yeah, right." He wrote a little something on a card. He said, "I want you to meet me somewhere next week." I go there. It's a car dealership. I'm like, okay. I pull my car in. This man, who is my coworker, right, put money down on my car right on the spot and said to me, "If you aren't able to get back and forth, you're going to lose your job."
Wow.
I don't want that to happen to you. So I kind of want to reset. I know it goes into friends that treat you better than family. But this guy gave me a second chance to kind of reset my work career because I was depressed. I was spiraling out of control. And you know how when one thing happens, another bad thing happens, and another bad things happen? And I was about to lose my job. This person set the reset button and gave me a second opportunity and a second chance. And after that day, it kind of broke me out of my depression because I used to like to sleep a lot. Listen, because of that, I get about 4 hours of sleep now. Right? But whenever I get tired, whenever I think that I can't make it, I think about someone that gave me a second opportunity to make a chance for myself. That's my story.
No doubt. Clap that up.
Here you go.
You. What's a time, name a time in your life when you was given a second chance?
Yo.
Let's talk about it.
I have to say, the Lord is always by my side. Let me tell you. I was in my last year of college, right? It was just this past year. And I almost wasn't going to graduate.
Respect.
I was this close to not graduating. And it was all my fault. Like, honestly, it was all my fault. I can't blame anyone but myself. But it was like my last semester, and I thought that, you know, the way you plan your classes, sometimes a class can overlap into requirements. In my case, for my major, that wasn't allowed. You had to take every single class. You couldn't take one class and it couldn't overlap into two. So when I went to go see my advisor for my major, she was just like, "Oh, actually, you're down a class." And let me tell you, I knew that it was just my fault, and I knew I was gonna have to suffer for it because it was the day after ad drop period. It was the day after where you couldn't add a class anymore. You could drop a class, but you couldn't add a class anymore. So I'm literally sitting in front of her. I'm like, literally, it's the day after ad drop period. You could still drop classes. Can you just add it for me? And she was like, "It's too late. I can't do anything for you." And she was kind of like snooty about it too. And I really I was gonna have to take a summer class. Who had money for summer classes? Not me. Not me. So let me tell you, my second chance came. Oh my gosh, I promise you it was a blessing from God. I went to my old stats professor. I got an F in that class, okay? But that class would fulfill that requirement. I got an F. I went back to him. I said, and let me tell you, I took the class 2 years ago. From that point, the professor from 2 years ago,
right? He
remembered me. It was just like, you know what? I remember you. And I remember when I had problems in school too, where someone was trying to do me dirty the way that they're doing you dirty.
Right.
So if you hand in the work that you didn't do at the end of that semester, I'll give you a C. What?
Wow.
Yo.
What?
Stranger.
What blessings from the Most High? Like,
right.
Because I didn't know how I was gonna go tell my mom, you know, like, because I had already spent extra time in college already to begin with. So my mom, I knew she was not trying to hear I'm
more
not
financial
done.
struggle, yeah.
More financial struggle. Like,
More
I was gonna
sacrifice.
take one more summer class. Like, mind you, it's $1,000 a credit.
Yes.
Like, I promise you,
screw?
I promise you, I did not know how I was going to handle it. I was like, yo, like, I just messed up. But let me tell you, saved myself. Thanks to God. That's it. That's
and
it.
that person.
And
that
that professor.
Yes.
And that professor, like Jeffrey Dowd. That's my man's. Like, literally owe him my whole degree.
And thank you, and thank you, Ifia Culture.
Yeah, let's
for
clap it
buying
up.
my card. And
That's
saving
why
my
I
life.
be saying, like, you know, college is a business, because why was your professor being petty with just not letting you, like, you know, get that extra access, even though it was the day after the ad drop
dean,
period.
right?
The dean. That's what I'm saying. He's a whole dean. Like, we not slow out here, bro. We know deans could do certain things. Like, yes, the onus is on me first.
Yes.
But I'm trying to move forward, bro.
Like, listen.
You're being petty.
But you know what? That's how. That's what. I'm with you with that. That's how you know school's a sham. Because how was it? I was able to go to my professor from 2 years ago to change my grade.
Right.
2 years ago. So that means all your other professors are BS. And when you say I can't help you, don't listen to your. When they say that, they won't help you. That they can't. Okay. Like, I don't want to hear none of that. Like,
you know what the other lesson is? You know what the other lesson is?
Yeah.
3 years from now, there's going to be a young person that's going to approach you and ask you for help. And it's going to be absolutely nothing in it for you. As a matter of fact, it may actually inconvenience you to help that person. Instead of saying, get out of here, I'm on BKS1, I'm balling. Stop and remember that if someone didn't help you when they didn't have to, you would not be in a position that you're in. So remember the humility and pay it forward. That's all. That's what it's for.
No doubt. So if y'all just joining us, we are talking about today, what's the time in your life when you was given a second chance? Be honest, be open, be real. Also, our phone number, if you want to call in and talk about it, is 646-233-1302. You already know what it is. You're on the official Man Cave Morning Show. What's good, people? Let me shout some people out and show them some love. Shout out to Kirk. Shout out to A.B. Butler. What's good, bro? Julius Gray. William Reddington. Ricky Self Franklin. Ricky Williams, and everybody just coming in to the chat. Shout out to everybody watching us right now live on YouTube, watching us live on Twitter at BKS1 Radio ENT, watching us live on, let me get the phone. Let me get the phone. Tell people to call in. They're going to call in.
Oh, we got it. We got it.
Caller from the 914. State your name, where you calling from. You're on the Man Cave Morning Show. What's good?
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, A.B.
A.B., what's good, man? Welcome to the show, fam.
What's going on?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. Hey, the born day is tomorrow. The birthday is tomorrow. So if you in Jersey, come through for the turn up.
Oh yeah, definitely. I like this talk y'all talking about, man. Second chance. You know what I mean?
No doubt, no doubt. Now, what's the time in your life, my dude, when you was given a second chance?
Well, when I got a second chance, man, when I came home, man, that was my second chance, man. You know, when I came home, finishing that 30 years, man. So I got a second chance to, do it all over again. Try to start it and do it the right way this time.
So what
Even
was?
though I was doing it the right way back then, but it just things happen.
What was it that made you say? What was it that made you say I gotta change my life, man? I gotta change my life for the better.
It was my son and my mom's, man. You know what I mean? Because if it wasn't them, I really would have been, buck wild. First, it was my mom's. Then, I had a kid. So that was the second turnaround, the kid. So I said, you know what? I got to live for him. I got to make it better for him, where he could see a different light, where I could show him both sides, the corporate and the streets. He had both sides, because I played both sides of it.
Right.
So I could give him the game where he don't make them same mistakes, but you gotta remember this. And people always say, You know, you could have one parent, you could have two parents. I had two parents. My mother was great, my father was great. I just made the choice to go wild.
Right.
Bro,
hold up real quick.
Bro, let me ask you something, bro. What gave you the courage? What gave you the courage to be transparent for your son? Like to be like, look, son, this is what it is. This is what I did. How come you didn't hold it back from him? How come you weren't embarrassed? Or what gave you the strength to tell your son the truth about, you know, your life and your experiences?
Well, you know, listen, you got to always tell the truth because you know you out here living it. You know, it's just like when we was kids, we thought we was getting over on our parents, but they lived it, they did it. So we try to be slick. So I say, you know, I'm not going to play the game because I was on the streets, so I know how the streets are, and I know how they play. So if he don't have a heads up on it, because most people that been through the life I've been through, they don't want to tell it. They want to keep it a secret. No, you can't keep it a secret. You got to help.
Yes.
So me going through what I've been through, I said I don't want him to make that mistake. You know, it's not. You know, it's always we say to the world it's about a check. No, it's about a life.
Right.
You know.
Hold up 1 second, AB. Got to take this other call real quick. Caller from the 908. State your name where you calling from. You on the Man Cave Morning Show.
Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? How you feeling today?
What's good, my dude? What's the word?
I'm real quick, man. It's funny, man, and I'm gonna try to be quick because I know you guys gonna be going off pretty soon. It's funny, man. I was looking at one of the questions you had about Quincy Jones, man, and I don't know if I ever shared this with, but that business, like that whole business thing, trust me, the only reason why this stuff is coming out, and I'll explain to you why I'm saying this. The only reason why that stuff's coming out now, somebody pissed somebody off in the hierarchy of that world. That's why all these people are being exposed, that this person raped me and that person. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, you know what I do with doing the security. I was approached by a gentleman about 9 years ago, and he had talked to me about doing security for celebrities. And when you're talking about the celebrity Hollywood world, they already know when they try to induct you. They already they kind of give you a survey, and I know because they did it to me. They ask you certain questions: how you feel about homosexuality, how do you feel about drugs, how do you feel about worshiping at a Luciferian church, meaning those that worship Satan. So this right here, all this stuff coming out, this is nothing new that the people that are saying this stuff was done to them didn't have to already go through a survey with this. I'm telling you, I experienced it personally.
No doubt.
I didn't experience being touched, but the questioning part of it. So my comment, or the reason why I was calling in reference to Quincy Jones, it's not about Quincy Jones, it's about the whole thing that's coming out. Somebody pissed somebody off in a hierarchy of that world, and that's why all this stuff is coming out. I don't know if you guys were actually on that subject as of yet, but I saw it.
We're not yet. We're not yet, but we're definitely going to get to. And when I tell you we got a lot to talk about today, we're going to go in. Trust me, because Quincy dropped some bombs. But what we are actually talking about right now is, what's the time in your life, bro, when you was given a second chance? What's the time in your life when you was given a second chance?
You know, man, big and strong as a man as I am, you asking me that question almost made me break down, because you know what that time is? Right now. I'm giving you a second chance. Right now, in 2018, to be the person that I had a chance to be almost 18 years ago, but I wasn't focused. And, you know, I had, you know, I do the music. I had record deals, meeting with Sony, meeting with, at that time, J Records were just started. I was meeting with them, and I wasn't too sure about which direction I wanted to go. And, you know, writing songs for various artists and all of these things, these opportunities that I had before me that wind up escaping from me because of my inconsistencies back then.
Yes,
So ask me that, man, you know, kind of jolted me a minute, because I did see that as one of the questions. but it's different when it's asked.
Yes.
When you read it, it's different. When you ask me, it jolted me, man. And I have to honestly say, right now is the time that I got a second chance, man. You know, I'm working on a project, Marcus and I, with producers out of Japan and Atlanta. We'll be working on a project called Never Too Late, which is an action film. And, you know, just by association, talking to people, man, I was like incorporated in right at a breakfast meeting. I was just there, and I was incorporated in, man. And I looked at that as my second opportunity, man, to bring my talents forth. Talents, not anything great that I've done. Talents, God-given talents. So that is definitely something, man, that I'm speaking about in reference to second chance, man.
No
and
doubt.
that time is right now.
No doubt.
I've got a second chance, brother.
Yo, bro, and we appreciate you sharing that with us, brother Dennis. You already know, man. You fam the BKS1 Radio, just like my dude AB and everything. We appreciate you dropping them jewels, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Respect,
Take care, brother.
respect.
No doubt, no doubt. Salute.
Please call back if you got some time.
Yeah,
when we touch on the Quincy subject.
Yeah, if you got some time, yeah, because I definitely want AB. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, man, and I get what he's saying, man. With this industry, man, it's like it's a game. If you're not sharp, they're gonna rock you to sleep, man. And then right now, it's always us young blacks is growing up in this industry, is doing well, is doing super great. It's time for us to open our eyes, man, and realize, man, we got to snatch our own and help them, because we see it all the time. We sit there and be like, oh, man, this what happened to such and such. This what happened to such and such. But at the end of the day, it happened to such and such. That's our people.
True
so
indeed.
we got to sit there and help them and tell them, you know what I mean, when you hear these brothers say, I'm keeping it real, none of them really keeping it real, because at the end of the day, they keeping it real for themselves.
True indeed.
Because,
No. I mean, you absolutely hit it right on the head, man. And I definitely want you to chime in. A little later on in the show, we're going to be talking about Quincy Jones just did this big interview where he exposed everybody. So I want you to definitely call back later on in the show, because I know you know some of the people that he's talking about and everything, and you know some of the situations. But we're going to talk about that a little later on in the show. So definitely call back, fam. We about to move ahead.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, y'all.
No
Respect.
doubt. Salute.
Thank you, brother.
Let's read some comments from the chat real quick.
Sure. Morning, Julius Gray. My second chance was recent, November 2017. My cousin brought me the kit I'm using to make shirts. He believed in my talent that much that he took a chance on me when he didn't have to. That's deep. Morning, Stephanie.
Good morning, Steph. What's up? A Mac, what's good? Terrence McWilliams, what's going on? If you just joined us, we're talking about what's a time in your life when you was given a second chance. Where do I even want to go? I'll say one time was I took my mother's car and I told her I was going one place and I really wasn't.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you done messed up.
No, I had to DJ. I used to DJ for this group from the field. It was a female rap group called Light and Lively back in the day. And we were going to this spot in Elizabeth at the Y where they had these competitions. So we was in like a competition type thing, whatever. And I took her car. I went there. I told her I was going somewhere else and I was going to be back, whatever. And went there. We rocked out. Think we got a trophy or something. We won something. But we went there. We shut it down. It started raining on the way back when I was driving. I was on the highway. And then car hydroplane spun around. And I crashed into this telephone pole.
Oh my God!
Right by it's a Japanese restaurant now. It's called Ariana's or something on 22.
Ararang, right?
Yeah, Ararang or something like that.
What?
And it's right in that area. Right in that area, I crashed into the telephone pole.
Oh
Basically, the car wrapped around it, whatever. So it was me. my girlfriend at the time and two rappers in the back and everything. And so rushed us to the hospital. He's in the hospital. I really got hurt, broke my leg and cracked my foot.
Wow.
I was messed up. They got jolted around a little bit, whatever. But I felt as though I was given a second chance because everybody was saying the way that car looked, I should have been done.
Yes.
I shouldn't be here today.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that's when I guess God stepped in and was like, I'm not ready for you to go yet, bruh. And everything. So that was one point in time when I was given a second chance in life. And then the other time was I was caught up, me and a lot of people I work with in corporate America, we was there for when 9/11 happened. So y'all know that story.
Yes. Yes.
So I survived that and running through the smoke and all that stuff and the dust and all that stuff. I survived that and everything. So these are points in my life where I felt as though I was given a second chance. So, you know, I'm thankful to that. Thank God. Glad I'm here with y'all.
Dig it.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? And that's my story.
I'm sorry. And isn't it funny how when you reflect back on what's at the time tragedy or difficulty, but now it's the battery in your back. When you look back at those difficult times and those difficult situations that you were in, it makes you so appreciative for what you have now, and it keeps you humble. Even if you might, if jealousy or envy or getting a big head comes up upon you, you can think about the fact that you didn't have to be here. And what was tragedy, you can now change that poison into medicine by recognizing that you didn't have to be here. Stay humble, stay focused, and it gives you energy. And it puts everything in perspective. When you look back at those past times, you stay in the right perspective, you keep your head down, you keep doing the work. That's what God wants you to do.
Right.
Yeah, salute. And shout out to Gina Keys. Gina Keys, she'll be in the building tonight on the Storm Warning Show.
So
with the cast. With the cast of Chained the Musical.
Wow.
Awesome.
The cast of Chained the Musical will be here tonight.
That's what's up.
On the Storm Warning Show, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure y'all tune in for that.
Dig it.
Dr. J.
All right.
What's the time in your life, my brother, when you was given a second chance?
So my second chance story that I'm going to share with you guys is about the moment I almost lost my housing while I was in college. So, you know, being a young, irresponsible, somewhat responsible young man, me and my roommates from my apartment, we decided that we were going to throw a little gathering. So long story short, it just turned into one of those chain of reaction things where this person told that person, and before you know it, word is buzzing that party's at such and such room. And I'm like, all right. So I did my part with making sure that, you know, some things that I could control were being controlled. Like I had most of my guests that came for me, you know, in my room. And then the other people downstairs was just more like my roommates people. So I stepped away for about like a total of 30 minutes. And before you know it, I come back to this big mob of people standing up front my door. So now I'm like, sheesh, this is really happening. Like one thing just led to another. And before you know it, it's like this big party at my spot. So when I walk into my place, I completely couldn't recognize, you know, the people in there because I'm like, who are you? There's a bunch of freshmen and, you know, sophomores and a bunch of seniors and whatnot. We got girls from the basketball team that's there and everybody's just, you know, turning up. So I literally started to feel uncomfortable in the moment because I'm like, there's this big party in my room and I live on campus. What's going to happen? Ooh. So the more uncomfortable I felt, the more I started listening to my conscience. And then, you know, something just came over me that says, listen, you got to stop this music right now and kick everybody out. So I went over to the DJ and I said, yo, you got to shut it down because there's too many people outside and it's about to be Hot Boy. So the minute I say shut it down, he turns the music off. 5 seconds later, there's a knocking on my door. I go to the door and there's the cops. So not only is campus police outside of my room, there's also the local Maryland State Troopers outside of my room. Wow. So I have campus police and Maryland State Troopers that are outside of my door. And then this is where the saving grace comes in. My my home living director, the housing director, he came on the scene. I don't know what happened, but he completely dismissed the cops. The cops left, and he was like, I got this under control. So long story short, you know, I told him the truth. I told him how it happened and what happened. And then, you know, people started leaving. And then the next day he's like, you know what? We need to have a meeting. I need to see you in my office at 9 o'clock. So I'm like, all right, I know what's going down. So basically it was me and all of my roommates. We all went to his place. And long story short, I got ripped. I got ripped so hard. I'm like, listen, I had to start sucking. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be suck up for a day. I had to pretty much sell my soul just to keep my room and show him that, you know, I'm convinced. Show him convincingly that I learned my lesson as far as, you know, not to throw a party on campus in his area.
No doubt.
So, you know, that was my one and only party that I ever threw on campus. But I was always affiliated with the other parties. But, you know, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
I don't even think he did that to save you. I think he did it to save his own self.
Yes, yes.
The way you were describing it sounds like it was a massive amount of people.
No doubt.
Yes, because not only were, like, you know, alcohol and weed involved, but there's the girl coming down the steps.
Oh my goodness!
As the cops was walking away, and she's like so pissy drunk that she like slid down like 4 or 5 steps.
Yeah, you got a second chance.
So I'm like, bro,
that would have went left.
I don't know how I was gonna be able to go before anybody to explain. Like, listen, I ain't got nothing to do with that. These people just came to party, and I turned my back for 30 minutes, and boom, a whole rave is in my building.
That was your second chance.
So yeah, that was my second chance, bro.
So
that was my second chance.
Shout out to DJ Brooklyn Rich.
I dodged the whole record
on the check-in. So if you just joined us, we're talking about what's a time in your life when you was given a second chance, and be honest. What's a time in your life when you was given a second chance, or maybe you gave yourself a second chance? So let's talk about it today on the Man Cave Morning Show. Phone lines are open, and the number is 646-233-1302. No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, man. And I know you got some more stories, Woo. I already know you got them second chance stories. So feel free anytime during this show to share one of your
Just air yourself
share one of your
out.
chance stories, bro. And we about to move on to
He's so stupid.
Real quick, the next thing before we drop the bomb with this Quincy Jones thing. We gonna talk about strangers and friends that treat you better than family. How many out there listening to the sound of our voice?
Friends, how many of us have them?
Have strangers and friends that treat you better than some family. We're going to talk about that right now. Let's get into it. I'm going to go to You. What's the situation with some strangers and friends rock with you harder than fam? Does sometimes. Sometimes it happens. It's the truth.
Am I about to be shady right now? Is it
Oh
time
boy!
to be shady?
Just don't mention no names, but tell the story.
Oh man, mention names.
Just don't mention no names.
Man,
Hizam.
let me tell you. Okay, boom. So my family and I already, my immediate family. Let's talk about that first. My immediate family consists of my mom, my dad. I'm the oldest of 4 siblings. So we already grew up isolated, all right? My parents, I can count on one hand how many friends my parents have, okay? How many, like, people don't really come to our house, you know? We don't really go, if we're going to someone else's house, it's because it's a family function, you feel me? But other than that, we mind our own business. We go to school, we go to church, my parents go to work, and we mind our own business, okay? That's number one. So in doing that, I feel like that naturally just creates, I feel like a gossipy type of feel towards us, because it's kind of, you know, when people aren't around that much, all you can do is speculate.
Right.
That's all you can do when you see someone that's like, you don't see it much. but somehow they're able to just make it day to day. You know, just enough. You know what I mean about them, and that's kind of just how I move. But now that I'm trying to, you know, be a personality, I'm on the Man Cave Morning Show at BKS1 Radio. You know, I work in production. You know, you kind of have to have a following behind you when you are on platforms like this. You know what I mean? Like, it's not my platform, it's you guys' platform. You guys have to speak. I speak for you guys, speak through me. You feel me? And in doing that, you need supporters, okay? So can I say that all my family shares out my videos? Can I say that, you know, they call into the show and give their input?
Oh boy! Don't go there. Hold on 1 second.
Don't go there.
No, go ahead.
Oh,
caller.
Oh yeah. I mean,
hold
like,
on, caller.
Listen. It's cool if you like my Instagram posts. It's cool if you text me like, "Hey, I see you, cuz. I see you doing you, cuz." But are you texting the link out to your friends? Be like, hey, check out my cousin over here. You know, send a like over here. Or, hey, you know, I know you do music. Send your music to my cousin. You know, she'll play it on her. You know, like.
Yes.
I co-sign. Support you more.
You know,
so you feel as though you get more support from strangers and friends.
My girl Denise Sparrow, I thought she was a legend. I met her in person.
Yes.
She was just like,
good people.
What's up, yo? Like, I didn't even know that she messed with your girl like that.
Calling from the 718. State your name, where you calling from. You on the Man Cave Morning Show.
Yo, what it is, Norm? It's your boy DJ Brooklyn Rich, yo.
Brooklyn Rich on the
check-in.
What's good, my dude?
What's good, yo? It's funny that y'all talking about this because I just put a post up on my Instagram. It was a video from my boy, and he was quoting how it's funny how the most support he gets is from strangers. And
so true.
You know, he said he's sick of that day one A1 stuff because it's the day one A1s that don't like your pics, they don't like your videos, they don't repost your flyers or nothing. And it's true because most of my supporters are people that I don't even know, that I've never met a day in my life. But my A1 day ones, they're on reposts, like they don't even come to my parties.
Hello.
Wow.
Why
and that's
is
crazy?
That?
And why do you think that
why
is?
That?
Fam?
I don't know. I would like to know why that is.
Right.
'Cause my thing is, you know, saying you my friend, and like I see you in the street, and like, yo, I be seeing you do your thing. I'm like, yeah, you see me, but you don't come see me.
Hello.
Right.
They be the first one in your comments when you taking a picture with a celebrity. They'll be like, "Oh, word, that's lit. You know, I see you doing your thing. We should link up later."
Exactly. They say they want to link up, but they don't link up.
Right.
What?
And I used to complain about that, but a good friend of mine said, you know what? He said, don't worry about that because when you blow up, then they're gonna be there, and you're gonna realize that you know they wasn't with you when you was sweating in the gym, so they don't need to be with you when you out there in the field. No
doubt. Well, I tell you right now, fam. We here at BKS1 Radio always gonna support you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DJ Brooklyn Rich. He always sending the hot mixes in. We got another one. We're gonna start running tomorrow morning. Hot new mix from DJ Brooklyn Rich. Make sure y'all check him out, man. Get at him. If y'all need him for parties, where can people follow you at, man?
You can follow me on Instagram at DJ Brooklyn Rich 26. You can follow me on Facebook under Brooklyn Rich or under Richard Gilliam. Doesn't matter which one. I got 2 pages. I got a SoundCloud, DJ Brooklyn Rich. I got a Mixcloud, DJ Brooklyn Rich. I'm starting my YouTube page. You know, I'm doing it all up. I'm doing it up.
And you know what? Let me go back to the first topic that we was talking about because you might have something for this. What's a time in your life where you felt you was given a second chance for something?
Let's see. All right, my second chance. Well, you know, as a lot of my people know, I'm an avid motorcycle rider, and I love my motorcycles. So one day I decided to ride my motorcycle, but I decided to ride without a helmet.
Wow.
You know, because I was on my block. I was just going around the block. So I'm riding. Cops pulled me over. I'm like, oh man, no, I ain't got no helmet. I'm gonna get in trouble. So the cop rolled up to me. He said license registration. I gave him a license registration. And just as I gave him my license registration, a fight broke out. And the cop handed me my stuff and said, today's your lucky day. and he went right over there to the fight.
Respect. You could have got stamped up on that, son.
Yeah, I immediately went home, bought my bike, and went to fit.
You just dodged a whole ticket and probably some points too.
You dodged a serious bullet. I
was like so happy for that day.
No doubt, man. Well, luck, bro. Thanks for calling in and sharing that and everything. And look out for that mix tomorrow. We're going to be running that DJ Brooklyn Rich tomorrow on WBKS1.com and that TuneIn app.
Yeah, no doubt. And I got to come up there one day, and play for y'all again.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. Please, anytime, bro. Anytime. You already know. Just hit me up and let's do it.
All right, no problem. I take it easy.
No doubt. Salute, my dude.
Let me get a piece of this friends and family thing, right?
Okay,
and just tie everything together. As people laugh at me all the time, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy to be here. But I'm legitimately, this is a second chance. I'm very happy to be here, right?
Right.
Every day when I wake up after I chant, I consider like not being arrogant. I got to stay humble, but I'm excited as well, right?
Right.
I'm telling you, people like Jay Gray, for instance, when I'm sitting at my desk about to just, you know what I'm saying, go crazy, he'll just, yo, what's up, Woo? You good? Everything fine? Everything this, everything that? I'm trying so hard. I'm happy to be here.
Right.
I'm trying to stay humble. I'm trying to stay focused. I'm trying to give energy to the show and energy to my job, this, that, and the other. When I look around, family, right?
Right.
Crickets. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to complain or nothing like that. But what's up with that? What's going on with that, General? You've been in the business for a long time.
Man,
like, I don't want to be. I want to stay humble, General, but I'm happy to be here. Can I get some support?
Yo,
that a boy, you doing good, Woo? Like,
I'm gonna keep it 300.
What's up?
300.
Am I complaining right now?
300.
And thank God my life expands beyond Facebook. Thank God my life expands beyond Facebook, because when you talk about or Instagram or social media, because when you talk about support and family and friends, now mind you, I got some family that's like, cuz, proud of you, fam, proud of you. You know, like my nephew, man. Oh man, he's always been my biggest supporter. You know, his wife Tawan, biggest supporter always. You know what I'm saying? And just very positive when it comes to anything that I do or whatever like that. But sometimes I don't know what it is or whatever, or maybe because sometimes people, and I'm not going to even use the word jealous. Or
you can use it,
or envious.
We can talk. No, I'm for real, man.
But no, sometimes people are upset
feel that
because
energy.
You are actually doing what you want to do in life, and maybe they got to set out every day and they got to go out and really work hard as far as a 9-to-5 for someone else. So it's just me. It was just my choice that I just wanted to work for me. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody here sitting here now at this panel, they're working for them because they don't feel like they walk in here and it's somebody else's. They know when they're here, they can do what they want and they can make the best happen. It's all up to them. They can make whatever happen they want to happen. So they know it's all up to them. So nobody feels like really, truly, we joke about it, but like they got a boss or they working for, you know what I'm saying? Because this is everybody's. And that's how I make everybody feel. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
So with my family and with my friends, again, a good portion of my family always supports. Shout out to my cousin Corey or whatever like that. He's always on the check-in or he's listening to the station or whatever like that. But the strangers, when I tell you I get love from like the strangers is crazy because my DM packed with strangers. My inbox packed with strangers, or emails. I get emails saying, oh my God, we love what you're doing. Great job. And these are people from around the country. You know what I'm saying? Complete strangers. And you would think all of us here have a total of like 20,000 friends right on Facebook. Right?
Yes.
Right? So you would think like 20,000 people will be
tuning in to us every day.
Or be checking us out, whatever. Like that. That's why I'm so thankful that my life expands beyond social media and Facebook, whatever like that. There are people that from Germany I get emails from, and from Belgium I get emails from, and whatever, saying we love what you're doing. When's the next time you guys are coming on or whatever like that? So it's funny, man, that and I got friends that rock harder. Some of my friends that rock harder. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes.
And new in-laws. My sister-in-law, Patricia Shell Given, she loves BKS. She loves the show. She loves watching. She listens to the 24-hour music every day. And it's the same music and even better than what you hear on BLS or Hot 97. And they're on the check-in. You know, my in-laws heavy on the check-in, man. A lot of my friends heavy on the check-in, you know, or got a kind word. And shout out to everybody, the diehards. And they're not family, but like Denise Sparrow, like Julius Gray.
Yeah, man.
Always got a word of encouragement or inspiration and everything. That's why I rock with them. You know what I'm saying? I rock with them. I rock with everybody that shows love, you know, because we got nothing to give but love and entertainment for you. This is what we do. But you feel kind of disheartened when it's not your family.
I definitely want to co-sign
with you.
Yeah. Listen, I want to say right here and right now that I appreciate the love that we get from people. That's the first thing I want to say. You know what I mean? Everybody that checks us every day and that's loyal to us, you don't know what that means. Okay, that's number one. Number two, here comes the rant and here comes the complaint. I'm not going to do it anymore, but I'm going to do it right now. If I got look, people I'm real close to, family, right? They'll support another artist, another entertainer, another talk show host, another whatever. Like, you know what I mean? I'm on my little radio station, little talk show host. And it does get disheartening sometimes when you can support a stranger, but not your family, right? This is the same group of people that could say the level of charge against you. You've changed. You're not around anymore. You're not who you used to be. Do you understand the type of grind and the type of work and the type of hustle that it takes? If it were not for friends supporting, and I'm not saying all my family, stop, but it does get a little disheartening, General. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? When you like, come on,
but the
man.
thing is that the crazy thing is,
come on.
You know the crazy thing too is the condescending type talk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I be watching every day.
Oh yeah.
No, you don't.
I see your little show or whatever like this.
Excuse
me,
I
gotta.
I see your little show. I see your little show. I see your little show. Really?
This our 10th
Where your
year.
show?
And we're having a big 10-year anniversary gala, and we're inviting a lot of people. So this is our 10th year doing this. So somebody doing something right. So when in comments, and shout out to Julius because he said I want to see y'all win, and we have one, and we have one, and I'm thankful for that comment though. But we have one because we've been doing this for 10 years. And this is all I do.
And no. Here go another thing.
This is all I do.
We just gonna go in. Okay, so at the 10-year thing, right? And there's celebrities walking around, right? Is it a little show then? You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, fam. Come on. Like, you are validating. You validate us because of who we're standing next to.
When you hear people from Hot 97 and people from BLS, it's like, oh, yeah, I check you guys out, whatever like that. Oh, I like how you guys are doing this, blah, 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 blah,
right.
blah. How'd you get such and such on y'all show?
What?
From Hot. From BLS. How'd you get that interview with Dick Gregory? Blah, 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 blah. Or how'd you,
your competition acknowledging and saying you're doing a good job.
You know what I'm saying? Or whatever like that. So my whole thing is, you got to understand, I've been in the entertainment for 50 something.
Right.
I'll be 50. I'll be 50 to maybe I'm 40 something tomorrow. Tomorrow's my
birthday. Listen. You're still a young man, all right? You're still in your 20s.
That's right.
You're still in your 20s.
That's
if anybody else won't question that, tell them see me.
There you go. There you go.
I got the hands
I love
for
all
you.
these young people.
He got the sauce. He got that juice. Well, you know what?
However,
but let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Because it's one thing with supporting, a business or supporting. I mean, it's one thing with supporting something like this.
Right.
But what about supporting your services? Like, you're also a DJ. So when your family is throwing like a communion or a barbecue and they need a DJ anyway.
Sometimes they get a free DJ. Let me tell you something. My sister-in-law, Patricia, I'm gonna keep this real. She can hit me, or my brother-in-law Spence. Either one of them can call me up, right? If they need a DJ for something they're doing, like cookout, Norm, could you play some music, whatever? I'm there. I don't question it. I'm a eat good. I'm a drink good, and I love them.
Right.
Like I really actually love them.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like no, whatever. I really love them. You know what I'm saying? I love them, more than some people that I've known all my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I love them. So they can get that. But then I get family members or somebody that's supposed to be my peoples, my boy or something like that. I haven't heard from in ages. And it's like, yo, man, check this out. My DJ backed out. My DJ backed out. You think you could come through and spend a little something real quick? You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no dollars. I ain't got no money. You said your DJ backed out. Was you about to pay that other DJ? So you was about to pay that other DJ. I haven't heard from you in a month of Sundays.
Right.
But you want me to come and rock your joint for free, and I haven't heard from you when I got married. No congrats. Haven't heard from you when we started the new business level here at BKS and we have functions.
Right.
Haven't heard from you when we did the big cookout, whatever like that. And I hit you up. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you want me to come do that for you? All
right.
I'm gonna go do it for you. And I'll still do it for him.
Wow.
Of course, because that's who you are. Don't change
and
who you are.
I'll still go do it.
Don't change who you are.
So let's talk about that. I want y'all to talk about instances where strangers and friends that treat you better than family. Strangers and friends that treat you better than family. Let's talk about this.
Do you think it's because your family knows all your weaknesses and all your screw-ups that they're like, that's just woo, blah, blah, blah. I'm a human being. I got feelings, yo.
You know what it is?
Like,
I think it might be an access. It might be an access thing. Because, for example, say someone finds value in Power 105, okay, and they want to get their music played on Power 105, but it seems so far away. It seems that they have to try to find a connect, or they have to, just find someone who could get them through to them. The access is so far. But then they look at BKS1, it's just like, I follow Norm. Like, I could just hit his DMs and I could just give it. Like, that's nothing. That's not a challenge, So do you think it's like kind of a challenge thing where if
the
a
fact
person
that you
has
have access to Norm, that's why you don't really appreciate what's popping up in here.
You know what I mean? Do you think it's like an access thing?
But you know what? But I'm always gonna give anybody any type of access to me. I don't care what level I'm on. You know what I'm saying? When I was rolling hard with a lot of celebs and everything like that, because I do my thing and I'm friends with a lot of celebs or whatever. So, but my whole thing is I'm the same person around a celeb that I am around somebody I just meet, or somebody I went to school with, whatever. And if somebody lies and says, no, you're not, you change or you act different. I've never changed, flipped the script, or act different. I am the same person day in and day out. So they never could use that one. Sometimes people just genuinely hate. You get people mad at you or for no reason, or just because you're doing what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, just like even my B-Day party, whatever like that. Wifey hit me up. She was like, well, let me know who you want me to invite. I'm like, invite everybody. Right. If you know they know me, and my party is tomorrow, if you know they know me and they rock with me, or you see them, or they show some love or whatever on the show, whatever like that, but invite them. But she be like, oh, but I can't because the place only holds. I said invite them.
Yeah, we're going to rock out tomorrow.
Invite them. We're gonna have fun, good time.
We're going to have some fun tomorrow night.
Because you know what? At 50, and I'll share my age. I'll be honest with you how old I am. At 27 years old.
At
27 years old, I've learned so much.
Drop the bomb, Squire. Drop the bomb.
At 27, and what, tomorrow I'll be 28.
There you go.
At 27 years old, I learned so much about life. And just, you know what I'm saying? Just, my thing is I don't have no room in my heart to hate nobody.
Let me.
He's really 28, y'all. He got a slight case of Benjamin Buttons, but he's still tall though. Yeah. Don't ask me how, but it's real. It's real, all right?
Let me pick it back up off of what General said. There's a Buddhist parable called Bodhisattva Never Disparaging. There was a Buddhist monk, and every day he would smile and bow to everyone that he met, because he recognized that within the other person, he saw value. So he would walk up to people, he would smile, and he would bow. He would smile, and he would bow. Now, this was cool for a couple of days. Around about the 4th or 5th day, he comes up, he smiles, and he would bow. People would say to him, what you smiling at? What you happy for? What's your angle? All this man did was recognize the beauty in another person. And hostility started to come his way, when in his heart all he had was the intention was to show love. What's the point? Did you hear what Norm just said? When you're doing your passion and you're following your calling, when you're doing what you're supposed to do and staying humble and keeping your head down, people get hostile towards that. Young Thundercats. Check out this lesson from me and Norm. It doesn't have to be you. If you are just expressing gratitude and love and doing what you want to do, people are upset because they're not. And because they're not, they'll take that anger and focus it towards you. That's not you. And that's not hate.
Right.
Stay humble, continue to work hard. You know what I mean? And we gotta encourage one another. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. We gotta build each other up. We gotta love one another. And another thing, on this platform, there are people listening to you that will never call in. And you said something last week that prevented them from maybe, hurting themselves or doing a bad thing that you'll never know about. So remember, the next time you don't want to come to work, you get discouraged, you feel like you can't go on the air today, there's a person out there that's listening to something that you said or connected with Norm that'll never call.
Absolutely.
That is what we do it for, and not celebrity. Not that we do it for that reason.
And shout out to James from Canada that listens to us all the time. I got a beautiful email from this brother, whatever, and it was a show when we was talking about basically giving out the suicide hotline.
Yeah.
Remember, he
got a lot
heard
of feedback
that show,
on that.
and this is one of the reasons why I do this, because it's true. You never know who you might touch, and we were talking about depression and giving out the suicide hotline number. He's like, every one of you, that's what he said, was so insightful. When you mentioned one part, somebody called in, we had a lady on the phone.
Yeah,
she's like,
she was depressed.
When y'all was helping that lady, y'all actually helped me. And I appreciate every one of you. I'm a fan of the show, and I love what you guys are doing at BKS. And thank you. This is the reason why I do things like that, for emails like that, for texts like that, for inboxes like that, whatever like that. You never know who you might touch, But again, that's love from who? A stranger.
Yeah.
That's love from a stranger. You know what I'm saying? And we got to get back to whereas family becomes family again.
I agree.
Where family, like family when I was growing up was a whole different vibe than how I see a lot of families now.
It was community.
I'm not saying mine in particular.
Right. Just in general.
But just in general, I don't see a lot of the family love like I used to see. I see a lot of families now bickering over petty things.
Yes.
Fighting over petty things. Dismissing, disowning people in their family, and I don't want to rock with them or whatever like that. And I see a lot of family members that have members in the family going through substance abuse and addiction problems.
Yes.
You're turning your back on them.
Yes.
I see that a lot. You're turning your back on them, whatever. They need help.
Yes.
They need help. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we gotta get back to that, like you said, community type feel when it comes to family and everything. Let's read some comments in the chat.
Yeah. Sean Mad Love. Julius Gray was like, Norm will be 28 plus 22 years of wisdom. He also says the Bengay is in the mail and the hover round is special ordered.
Whatever, I'm turning up tomorrow though.
Why you trying to put my man's on blast like that, Jay? What's wrong with you?
No, but in all seriousness, for Jay Gray, he says, honestly, I want to see you guys win. I want nothing but success for you guys. You guys are more than just podcast personalities.
Respect.
That's facts. Shout out Audrey. She says, Norm, you are so right. No money? Yeah, right. Shout out Derek Skinner. Salute. Your grind is respected and noticed. Denise Farrell says, yes, we rock with you, Norm, yo, Woo, and Jay. You're so sweet, yo. Appreciate you, Denise. Also, we have... Backwards. Yeah, I'm reading backwards. Sorry. I'm starting from the top to the bottom. Audrey was like, I have cousins like that. When we're at a funeral or some other family function, some of them are like, yo, cuz, we need to keep in touch. And they never do. Am I mad? Hell no. You know what? Can I talk about that really quick?
Yes.
Because I felt some type... You see, I always talk about this, okay? I have... Not naming no names. But I have my older cousins, right? And I looked up to them as like my big sister because I'm the oldest in my family. I always wanted a big sister, right? So... when I was younger, we all went to the same school. We all went to elementary school, so we would carpool together. Like either my mom would drop us all off, and then their dad would pick us all up. My uncle would pick us all up and then bring me home or whatever. I was the baby, okay? And I look up to them. I view them as my big sisters. But like now, when I was turning 21, they were like, we had our Christmas gathering. They were like, oh, you know, Yolanda, what are you doing for your 21st birthday? You know, that's so exciting. It's on the 3rd. You would have thought they would be like, hey, let us all take you out for your 21st birthday. It's my 4 cousins, right? Hey, let's all go out for your 21st birthday. Or, hey, you know, we all haven't hung out in a while. You got my number. Hey, you know, little cuzzo, we haven't seen you in a while. Let's all get together. You know, we only get together, or I only see their face when someone's throwing something. You know what I mean? And it makes me feel some type of way, because I'm just like, first of all, I'm the younger one, so I could go up and reach up to you guys and be like, hey, I want to hang out with you guys. Can we do something? But with my little cousins, the ones that are younger than me, I reach out to them. Like, my cousin's out in New York. I'll drive to them. I'll drive to Brooklyn. I'll drive to Brooklyn, pick them up. I'll drive to Long Island, pick them up, bring them to my house. We'll spend the weekend with each other, and then I'll drive them back. Like, what do I look like? Like, my little cousins have to hit me up to hang out with them. Like, I don't think that's right. I have to hit them up. Relationships are a two-way street,
and you feel like sometimes you're in the most one-sided relationship ever.
Hello, family or not, family, friends or not. At the end of the day, relationships with people is a friendship, and it's a two-way street. You can't keep giving and not getting back, and you can't, you know, it can't go. It's a give and take. You know what I mean? And I feel some type of way that, granted, okay, I could hit them up and be like, hey, let's hang out. You know what I mean? Facts. But it's not. I don't see them doing it the other way, you know what I mean? And it makes me feel some type of way, because these are all my old. I thought you guys viewed me as a little sister. I looked at you as my big sister. Why can't you show me the love? You feel me?
Oh, it's like that. It's like that sometimes. It's crazy.
But then when we get together at a wedding, they'll be like, so I see you've been doing a lot. Like, I see you were in Chicago. How was it? And how did you get to go to this? Like, you know, I think I see you doing big things. How are you doing it all? Maybe if you hit me up, you would know.
And real quick, it's funny you said that, because another instance of a stranger, you know what I'm saying, treating you better than family. Let me tell you, when I got married, and you know what I'm saying, like, we didn't have no big budget or nothing like that, whatever. And everybody, you know, chipped in, you know, to help out.
And made it happen.
Certain ways, and we made it happen. No, but we made it happen. It was a beautiful wedding, beautiful reception and everything. But can I tell you, a complete stranger, that I'd never met before. I think they came to the States once, but they're from England.
Yes.
And they met me on Facebook. Met me on Facebook.
Yes, sir.
Inboxed me and says, I see you sharing all these wonderful, beautiful pictures of you and your fiance on Facebook, and the love looks so real. And it feels so good, you know, and you look so happy, and you seem so different and everything. I want to do something nice for you guys. I was like, oh, you don't have to do that. No. Please, let me get your birthday. Let me get your wedding cake.
Oh.
Wow.
And I said, huh? So,
right.
And she was like, no, let me get your wedding cake. Right. So I was like, wow, are you serious? And I told my wife about it. And, you know, my wife's attitude was like, hey, we need all, you know, we need all the help we can get, whatever like that. You know, we trying to make this come out. We got other things we need to do. So lo and behold, she sent over the money for the wedding cake. You know, no, I ain't talking about no $40 for that. She sent over the full amount basically for the wedding cake. We went to the spot we showed her the cake. Went to the spot. We bought the cake. It was a beautiful cake. Beautiful cake.
Wow.
And I was just so just amazed, and my wife thanked her, and I thanked her. But this is a complete stranger from London.
What?
From London.
Showing you love.
So when you see our wedding cake, that was from a stranger all the way in London.
I would cry.
And this is from her paying attention to us on Facebook. So salute. Salute. And again, we're talking about strangers and friends that may treat you better than family, or strangers that treat you better than family, man. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
So I mean, like, if y'all got a story, share your story. Call in 646-233-1302.
Let's read some
I got a good comment over here. Oh, well, Julia's trying to get me in trouble. Name some names, yo. So I'm not listen. I'd like to go to the next family cookout. All right. Shout out Paul Williams. He says, sadly enough, the media has a lot to do with why we turn our back on people. Shows like Empire and a lot of these black reality shows show that they will turn their back on their family in a heartbeat because it's written into the script. But people mistake fiction for reality and try to live these lives.
Yes.
Sheesh.
Shout out to my brother Victor on the check-in. Shout out to Victor. I'm glad you joined us, Vic. Shout out to Vic. Can we clap it up for my brother Victor, man?
Respect.
He live out in VA. Everybody show my brother Victor some love. But nah, I mean, that's facts. You're right about that. With these reality shows, it shows nothing but dysfunctional families. Think about it.
That's true.
Dysfunctional families, a lot of backstabbing and all this. This is why I don't feed into a lot of these reality shows or whatever like that, because it don't really show the strong positive side of like family love. But shout out to like T.I.
That was a dope show.
Yeah, that was a dope show. They show some positive sides to family. I mean, we have a lot of good examples out there about the strength and the positive side of family and love out there? Do we have a lot of examples?
No.
Can y'all name some out there that we see in the media?
Blackish.
Yeah, Blackish.
Shout out Tracy Ellis Ross.
Blackish is a great show.
Do I watch what else? And then they have their spin-off, Grownish, with Yara Shahidi. She is a brilliant young girl, I have to say. She's brilliant. And then
was she a daughter or something?
She was a daughter in the show. In Blackish.
So she got her own show?
Yeah, now she has her own spin-off. Let me think.
I can give you an example. This show. You know what? Every time we take a call, right, about someone that's going through something and we give our advice and we try to make people laugh and everything, you know what every single person on the panel says after that? We say this.
Facts.
Love.
We say we love you.
True.
Every single time. I believe in this word.
True indeed.
And this is what my motivation is. So, don't get my ranting twisted. This word right here, you're either love-based or fear-based. Which one are you? And so every time someone calls us or Norm says, listen, that show helped somebody, that's what I think about when I need to encourage myself.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Absolutely.
That is what it's about. Not notoriety, fame, blah, 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 internet hits and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's great. But love. So we are a good example. We love one another and we project it every single day. I don't want to gloss over that because you know we be screaming and yelling and fussing and everything, but we believe in love, and I think that the people out there can feel it. That's why we pop.
No doubt.
Straight up.
Shout out to Derek Green. He says family is relative. Blood is the only one type of relation.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Family is who you say it is.
Yeah, but I feel like it kind of gives an excuse, kind of. Like when you say that's your blood related, I feel like you just automatically get the assumption that means something. That just means that you automatically have the relationship. And then that's why people come out to the family events, and that's why you feel like you have to invite this person because that's family. You know what I mean?
Well, I view you as my family. So I'm just saying, family's who you say it is.
True.
Blood, not so much.
Yeah,
listen,
blood, please.
Give
me a break.
I had a wise man that I once listened to that kind of broke it down for me to where, it completely made sense. As much as we could say we're blood, family is truly defined in a way where these individuals don't have to be your relative. They can also be your friends. You can still count, your friends if they're really in your circle as family. Family also can be like, the relatives who are there for you, who will support you. But just because we carry the same, DNA or the same type of blood or whatever the case is, or the same last name, it doesn't mean that you might necessarily be my family.
Right.
It just means that we're relatives. So as we go through life, we got to be clear about how we throw these titles around. Like, for example, we could be family, right? We could be relatives. That don't mean that
you're family.
We're family.
Yeah, you could be relatives,
we
but
could
not
be
family.
relatives,
I agree.
but we're not family.
Right.
You feel me?
Yep.
Like we just the same, name. We the same, whatever. but you don't got my best interest at heart as much as I would want you to have it.
Oh.
So we got to be careful, right? And we got to understand that some of these people that, you know, you call family might just be really your relatives. So I'm personally learning that too. So I'll say that.
No doubt, no doubt. And it's funny, man, when I look at my family, I got some of the most talented people ever in the world of my family. I mean, my family very talented. I mean, musicians, business people, poets, wine connoisseurs, all types of things. Shout out to even my brother, he's doing security now. One of my big brothers, shout out to Vic in VA, but you know, he was a fireman for years. Was in the Air Force. I got a lot of military in my family, but like my brother Eric is a auctioneer, you know, and he's auctioned stuff off from like famous celebrities and everything. People don't even know that. Like, he's real with the antiques and everything. He's real in depth with that. Like, that's his thing. So if you ever need an auctioneer or somebody to help you with antiques or whatever, hit my brother up, you know. So I'm giving him a shout out. I got my cousin Raven. Shout out to Raven Booth. She's a wine connoisseur. She knows everything about wines and collects wines and this and that, can tell you everything, gives events dealing with wines and everything. You know, she's dope with it. One of my in-laws that listen to the show, Patricia Shell Givens. You need like the hors d'oeuvres for your party and catered or whatever like that. She's dope with the deviled eggs and some other things. She can rock out. She can hook you up. Mark Booth, comedian. John Booth, all these are my family members. John Booth, excellent musician. Junie Booth, excellent musician, and the list goes on. Ebony Booth, she's an amazing poet. But these are all my family. And when I say that, I say all this to say that, imagine if we all linked up together.
Go ahead, man.
And said,
go ahead.
You know what?
We'll be unstoppable.
Let's start this business together.
We'll be unstoppable.
Let's connect and take all of our talents and intertwine them and make something huge happen. Imagine if that happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we don't know the power. We haven't recognized the power of coming together and working together.
I gotta chime in. I have very talented family and friends. I mean, I cut on the TV and I'm like, I know someone can sing better than that, this and the other. Guess what? There is a lot of talent and there is a lot of potential. All right? But you need action behind it. That's what this man is teaching me. You need consistency and you need hard work. He always tells me, I will take the less talented person that's more consistent, right? When you are consistent, working your gift every day, the universe is going to open up and it's going to pull hate towards you. But don't let that deter you. The potential that Norm is talking about, we could be unstoppable as a family and as a group of people if we took the step out on faith, right? To invest in ourselves the way we invest in working someone else's business.
And think about
That's
it.
all we got to do, bro.
Think about it. I look at different like people from other states and like the Master P's and all these moguls, whatever like that. And like what you always talk about with Issa Rae, what she said, and what was that statement basically she said?
Yeah, she says it's important to network across, not network horizontally.
Right.
Because it's the people next to you who are just as hungry as you. It's the people next to you that has just as much drive as you. So
yeah, and I look at the town, and you know, the town where we're in. I mean, we're worldwide because we're internet. That's what people don't realize. We're worldwide, so there's people listening to us from all over, and we're national. But we're right here in the town of Plainfield. You know how much talent comes from the city of Plainfield, New Jersey,
bruh.
You know how much talent, and it's like there's so much talent here, and everybody like really connected. And shout out to some of the people that's on the check-in, like Derek Green and D Skinner and everything. Talented brothers, you know what I'm saying? Talented brothers. And we've seen the people around us that are very, very talented. But imagine if like, and I'll throw out some names like the Chris Paynes, myself, Derek Skinner, Derek Green, all of us came together and we worked on a project together. Tim Scheider, who hails from Plainfield, excellent producer, DJ Cheese. She ain't from Plainfield, is she?
Oh, sorry, she's not from Plainfield.
No.
Sorry.
So she can't be in the Plainfield
She's not from
rant
Plainfield.
right now.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So
Big up Plainfield.
All right.
Hey,
But no,
yo.
shout out to her too.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking about DJ Cheese. I mean, like all these talented people from Plainfield, man, total. And if everybody just say, you know what, let's reconnect and let's figure out something huge we all can do together. You know how massive that would be?
And let me also shout out
Jersey, period.
My hometown of East Orange, which are
Jersey, that's what I said.
Latifah and Treasure.
Jersey, period.
You know what, man?
Jersey.
You know, I gotta listen. There is a lot of talent and there's a lot of potential.
Right.
What we're talking about here is action. In order for the battery to work, it's positive, negative come together to make power, right? You gotta take steps. You can't just sit around and talk about it. And I love you just don't understand. There are a lot of talented people out here. You're behind this desk though.
Yeah.
Do you know there are hosts that are more talented than you, more beautiful than you? Who has the access? Because you're taking the talent and you're putting it together with the work.
Right.
It's not enough to have potential.
Yeah.
It's not enough. You have to actually have the courage to put yourself out there, get criticized, be tired, fumble. The world respects work. So I agree with Norm. Yo, 2018, let's kill it. You don't believe it? Check out the party we about to have tomorrow for Norm. You see what I'm saying?
We gonna party tomorrow.
Check us out.
D Skinner, hope you in the
Check us
building,
out.
bro.
Check us out.
Derek?
We about to turn up,
We're
son.
gonna push Norm out on a stretcher.
Yeah,
my wife
we
up.
celebrating tomorrow.
Derek, hit my wife up, inbox her, ask her where the party at, because I don't know
we
no
turning up.
addresses and nothing like that.
We turning up.
But we turning up.
And celebrating.
Oh, so it's not at your house?
Look, man, I'm a master snooper, so I know I know it's 2 levels. Can't keep no secret from me like that. And you know what? Yo, y'all gonna laugh at this. I don't care. And my wife gonna be mad that I'm putting this on blast. How you gonna keep a secret from me about where the party gonna be or having a party when you're asking to borrow my DJ equipment? You asking to borrow my equipment, so I know where I gotta take my equipment
Hey,
to.
General, do me a favor. Do me a favor.
In the
DJ your
words
own
of Dead
party.
Lover, another broadcaster. Come on, son.
Come on.
Come on, son.
DJ your
I
own
remember
party,
that
son.
shit.
DJ your own party. I love Ed Lover.
Sheesh.
I love them.
That's hilarious.
No
So
doubt.
positive.
No
Such a
doubt.
positive brother.
But nah, yeah, bro, y'all come on through, man. Come on through.
Yeah, we're going to burn it up
We gonna
tomorrow,
have some
Jack.
fun, and those that really know me, the after party gonna be at the crib. So just just come and rock out and have some fun. And listen
And
to
yo,
some
Lon,
music.
I get
Yo,
to be there.
and
I wanna
leave
be
your
there.
drama
I wanna
at
be
the
there. I
door,
wanna
all
be there.
right? Leave your drama at
We
the
don't do
door.
drama.
Never no drama at.
We don't do drama.
There's never no drama at our functions, at our parties. You know what I'm saying? There's
Grown
never
and sexy,
Good.
baby.
So we grown and sexy
Yeah,
with
it's
it. I
always
like that.
grown and sexy.
I like
That's
that.
right.
It's always grown and sexy. Any event we ever been, it's always grown and sexy, man. No drama, no nothing. People just want to have fun and enjoy their life. But if you're just joining us, shout out to Danielle Spencer on the check-in. We're talking about a couple of things. One is, and please, what's the time in your life when you was given a second chance? Name a time in your life when you was given a second chance. And also, we're talking about strangers and friends, strangers that treat you better than family. Strangers that treat you better than family.
And please call in. Please, Yolande, can we please talk about Quincy Jones?
Oh my gosh. 233-302.
All right.
Can we please talk about
All right,
Quincy
for the
Jones?
last,
He
for the
like a
last
kid
half
itching
hour,
to go in the candy
Please.
store.
for that last half hour, we're gonna talk about Quincy Jones because he aired it all. Let me tell you guys, on vulture.com, they had a monumental interview with Quincy Jones. Okay, in conversation with Quincy Jones, the music legend, on the secret Michael Jackson, his relationship with the Trumps, and the problem with modern pop. They were going in. There we go.
No, he was going in.
So,
hey.
I mean, they had to ask the questions.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They wanted to
But
know
he
it
answered.
all.
He can answer.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, and y'all gonna share out this post right now. We about to really
Come
go
on,
in
General, let's get
because there's so many sub conversations that we about to take this whole
Crazy.
topic right now.
Let's
Quincy
get
Jones
it.
exposed everyone. He put
Let's
everyone
get
on blast. Drop the bomb. Drop the bomb again.
We love you.
Yes.
We love you.
And my question is,
Keep that in mind.
Should Quincy have remained quiet? Should he have just shut up because he put everybody on blast, man? So we're going to talk about this right now. Shout out to Raise the Flags on the check-in. I love what they're doing at Raise the Flags. Much love for you.
Respect.
Yes. But Quincy Jones, woo. Should we start with Michael first? What he had to say about Michael?
I think, let's start with Michael. Let's do that. Yeah.
And I want
y'all pull it up and read it in your voice.
I want y'all to be honest with how you feel about this. So this is what he dropped on Michael Jackson Jackson in his recent interview. They basically asked him, "You work with Michael Jackson more than anyone he wasn't related to. What's something people don't understand about him?" So Quincy said, "I hate to get into this publicly, but Michael stole a lot of stuff. He stole a lot of songs." And then, in quotes, Donna Summer's State of Independence and Billie Jean. The notes don't lie. The notes don't lie, man. He was a Machiavellian as they come. He was as Machiavellian as they come. So Quincy Jones put out there to the world that Michael Jackson stole a lot of stuff. And there's a part 2 as well.
They said because then he followed up with "How so?" And he said, "Greedy, man, greedy. Don't stop till you get enough." Greg Philliganes wrote the C section. Michael should have given him 10% of the song, but he wouldn't do it. And then outside of music, what people misunderstood about Michael was he used to kill him about the plastic. Oh, Quincy used to kill Michael. I used to kill him about the plastic surgery, man. He'd always justify it and say it was because of some disease he had. Bullshit.
Wow.
Sheesh.
Q, and I love Q. I met this man. This was my mentor.
Oh my God.
He putting everybody on blast right now. So Michael was one of them.
The man is 85 years old. Let your free flag fly, partner.
So look, so then they asked Quincy, how much of his problems were wrapped up with fame? And
Michael Jackson.
And then Quincy responded, "You mean with the way he looked? He had a problem with his looks because his father told him he was ugly and abused him. What do you expect?"
Damn.
That's real. That part is real.
I love
That's
it.
real, very real.
Quincy is dropping bombs on about Michael Jackson. How do y'all feel about Quincy saying that, this man is dead and gone, that he stole some stuff?
I think that just speaks to the reality of the music industry. It's not all about like, okay, you get your piece and you get your piece. Like, it's dog eat dog. And I feel like that was already known, I think the shock factor just comes from the fact that he was Michael Jackson and he was just peace-loving guy that, just the media tore him up.
But who amongst us didn't know how shrewd Michael was? You don't get the Beatles catalog singing and smiling. Like, I feel like that's not surprising or shocking at all. He had a public persona, but everybody knew how shrewd of a businessman he was. Now, cheating somebody out of their royalties, not cool. But it's like a dog. Like, are you surprised by it? Like,
I think some people be surprised about
He was
Michael
like
Jackson.
a freaking. Okay, he as talented as he was. That is how talented of a businessman he was.
That's the nature of the.
Like, come on, he was
business.
Shrewd.
I mean, people
Mike
don't realize
was
he was Michael Jackson. Still doesn't take away from his greatness.
Not at all.
But
not at all.
A lot of people out there, the top cream of the crop is stealing a lot.
Yes.
From people that can't really fight back.
Right.
That can't fight back.
Bullying
and can't
people.
afford to get up in get caught up in a lot of legalities and everything like that. They can't afford it, and they just taking stuff. They out robbing. Robbing music.
You wrote the song. The star puts his name on it, and you get nothing. The end. The music industry. Like,
I've been offered.
Come
I'm
on.
not putting nobody out there on blast or whatever like that, because the other flip side of what these people I'm talking about, what they have done for me. I mean, they were a mega star, so what they have done for me, I'm very appreciative and I'm respectful,
right,
and everything. But come on, I mean, a song I wrote and produced, how you gonna come to me and say, "Here's 5, you get 10% of your own song"? Like,
10% of your own song.
We'll record this song.
Stick the star on it.
We'll put our name on it. If he can take 33%, if this person could take 33%, and this other person take 20%, and you get 10 or 5%. Feel me?
Of a song you created.
And I was like, oh, hell to the no.
Like you doing them a favor. Like you doing me a favor.
Yeah.
Hopping on
I
my
was
song?
like, oh, hell no. Now, when I think about it, again, I said this before, but when I think about it, maybe I should have just ate the bullet on that one. But
Get
I
some
said,
access.
Yeah, but I said no, just for access. But I said no, I just wasn't doing it because I felt as though I wrote this, I produced it, I came up with this, I came up with that. Y'all didn't do nothing, but y'all gonna sing it and put your name on it, and I gotta give up. I'm only getting 5%, 10% of my own song.
That's gangster.
Whatever. So yeah,
that's the industry. So
then Quincy, what else? Who else did he put on blast?
Listen.
Yeah, I can't believe that about Michael though. He just
that was a bit much. Hold on.
He just said he stole Billie Jean.
So, and then he went after that. He went into the Clintons. The Clintons came after. You don't have Clintons. Oh, sorry.
I got a clip on that. I got let's talk about what he said about Richard Pryor.
Oh, right. Okay.
So then basically now comes out that Richard Pryor and Marlon Brando had sex.
Whoa.
Richard Pryor and Marlon Brando had sex.
Wowzer.
So the interview was talking and said maybe not the cha-cha. Y'all can read this as we go along. So Marlon Brando used to go to cha-cha dancing with us. This is Richard Pryor. Quincy Jones talking. He says Marlon Brando used to go to cha-cha dancing with us. He could dance his ass off. He was the most charming MFer you ever met. He'd F anything. Anything. He'd F a mailbox. James Baldwin, Richard Pryor, and Marvin Gaye.
Wow.
So basically the interviewer said, you mean he slept with them? How do you know that? And then Quincy frowns, says, come on, man. He did not give a F. Then he goes, you like Brazilian music? Yo, so he put on blast, but listen, Richard Pryor's widow confirmed that Marlon Brando and Richard Pryor slept
But check this out.
Had sex together.
Check this out. In his autobiography, I'm a big Richard Pryor fan.
Quincy just putting everybody on blast at 80-something years old.
And I read Richard's autobiography called Prior Convictions. You should pick up the book. And in the book, he talks about having a relationship with a transsexual for like a month. Wow. And then he was like the most beautiful man I ever seen. And he made a joke about it like he wanted to have a sex change operation, and I don't want to. It's all in the book. Here's the thing about Richard, right? Because I straight don't care. You know why stuff like this is not really, I don't think it's going to get traction with Richard? Richard exposed everything. Like, it was like an open book. You follow what I'm saying?
Gotcha. So expose yourself.
Yeah, so the fact that he slept with somebody, like, tell me who's surprised by bisexuality in Hollywood? Who? Are you? Like, who is, like, okay, well, you know.
Let's read Paul Joseph comment.
Yeah, Paul Williams, like, yo, older people will drop bombs on you because they don't give a damn. They feel that they have the right to say whatever they say and don't give a damn about people's feelings. It's not just Quincy. We all know someone older that will put you on blast and won't do it tactfully. Jay Gray was like, I'm not surprised about what he said. Michael is human too. I'm not surprised what Michael did. Danielle Spencer said, airing dirty laundries should go to the grave. No one benefits, causes confusion and distrust. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm in the middle.
Go ahead, Jim.
I'm in the middle on that. No, I agree with Danielle on that. I think though, when you get older and you know you got limited time left, you just want to be open and honest about everything. And you may put some things out there that people don't want to talk about. Certain things I do think need to just go to the grave. You know what I'm saying? Like putting the fact out that your boy's father used to dress in women's clothes or something like that, or you know what, your friend, he really doesn't like black people, or he really doesn't like white people, or blah 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 blah, or, you know, airing somebody out like that. I just think certain things need to just totally go to the grave.
I get what you're saying.
Certain things.
I get what you're saying about airing dirty laundry.
But now you're gonna tell us that Michael Jackson stole Billie Jean?
No. I hear everything you're saying. But I personally was raised by my grandparents on both sides. Right. Let me tell you something. This is how old people talk. Okay, we come for Thanksgiving dinner. So Dawood, my grandson, who lost his job, and who's like, that's how my grandfather used to kick it. Right? We would sit at the table.
Yeah, old
and
people really don't give a
old people. That's number one. Number two, I'm about to be 47. When I turn 50, what? You're right, General. Don't air out dirty laundry. But do you know how much truth elders tell? Yeah. If you have the courage, look, to put your ego aside, to put your feelings aside, right? To put your little feelings are in check, put them in check, and sit there and white knuckle it, because they're going to tell you the truth about yourself that you're not able to face. Now, of course.
So do Quincy get a pass?
From Dawood, he does. Now, for y'all, boom. That's an 85-year-old man sitting on his acres, drinking his drink like, oh, well. What you going to do? I'm about to die.
So let's talk about the next thing. And again, if you're joining us, we talking about Quincy Jones exposed everyone. Should he have remained quiet? Should he have remained quiet?
I love you, Q.
Here's something else he put out there in the wind.
Go ahead.
About the Kennedys.
Go ahead.
Oh, right.
So the interviewer said, what's something you wish you didn't know? They asked him, what's something you wish you didn't know? And then Quincy said, who killed Kennedy? And then the interviewer goes, who did it? And then Quincy exposed, this is what Quincy said, a Chicago mobster, Sam Giancana. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Sam Giancana.
Sam Giancana.
Right.
Quincy says the connection was there between Sinatra and the mafia and Kennedy. He said Joe Kennedy, he was a bad man. He came to Frank to have him talk to Giancana about getting votes. Damn.
Wow.
So then the interviewer goes, I've heard this theory before, that the mob helped him win Illinois for Kennedy in 1960. And then Quincy says, now he says, we shouldn't talk about this publicly. Where you from? You didn't put it out there to a journalist now, bruh.
All right.
But
you better answer these questions.
I hear
that's
you.
stuff that can get you killed.
No doubt. But come into my paranoid conspiracy world, would you please?
Yes.
The Sam Giancana thing, I knew. Okay, here's the thing. I hear what everyone is saying, right? Okay. This man is telling his truth and people are shocked.
Yeah.
I get you. But lies are told every single day and repeated. And no one has a problem with it. Black on black crime. You know, you come from a shithole country. And blah, 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 blah. Everyone just knee jerks and accepts it. But if you do a little research and you find out how kooky the truth really is, this is a kooky world.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people that tell the truth, like Martin Luther King or Jesus Christ, people get all bent out of shape, right? But y'all are the same people that watch reality TV, looking at this man that's the president of the United States lying every single day, right? Nobody talks about dirty laundry spilling or whatever. Listen, we need more truth. I know it's not for everybody. I know that, I'm a person that likes to shock people, as they say. What is shocking about the truth? This is what happened. He letting it be known, like, all right, with Michael Jackson, right? Is anything that he said about anyone, does that surprise anyone? You're surprised because he said it. Is anyone at this panel surprised at anything? Like, not that he said it, but that this happened.
Well, I've heard a lot about Michael Jackson, so I'm not surprised about that, but there's a lot he didn't say. So salute to him on that. There's stuff I know in reference to Tommy Mottola and Michael Jackson that I know.
General, how much personal stuff do you know that you're not talking about?
A lot.
Now listen. So when you look at a star, right? The star gonna look different to him than me, cause he know. And they're human and they do a lot of messed up crap. Who's surprised by that?
And you know why? You know why I don't do a lot of smear? I don't do a lot of smear, gossip and whatever, and like the Charlemagne style of journalism,
go ahead.
Wendy Williams style of journalism.
You're right.
Because I know I actually run into these people.
Right.
Go ahead.
I occasionally may run into these people or whatever like that, and it's either I'm gonna hold my ground on what I said or whatever, or whatever. But what I usually like to do is be fair about the conversation. So I will talk about somebody, a celebrity, a Wyclef Jean or this, that, and I may say, but he did this and I don't think that was right, and blah blah blah. I'm always going to state my opinion. I'm not worried about the sauce,
right?
Because I'm a true,
it's a true
broadcaster,
right?
I'm into this journalism thing. I'm not worried about that. But as long as you be respectful, you can put it out there.
Yeah,
you could talk about whatever on the air or whatever. As long as you're respectful.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about Diddy and the songs he stole from this, or the way he treated this group, or blah 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 blah. I didn't think that was right according to what the group said. I will always reference points of where I got the information from.
Correct.
Oh, I
See what I'm
got you.
saying?
I understand what you're saying.
I will always reference points of
Understand
where I
what
got
you're
the
saying.
information from. So, you know, there's ways to put somebody's business out there, whatever. You know, like reference where you got that information from, bro. Did you see this yourself?
So,
and if you didn't see it yourself and you don't know this for yourself, reference where you got the information.
General, let me ask the question or make a statement on both. If Charlamagne had said this to Dawu, oh, that's gossipy. When Quincy Jones says it, I don't see it the same. Now, that's just me. You can rip me apart. I see an old man like, yo, it is what it is. I'm a little saucy, I'm a little drunk. If it was a Charlamagne or a Wendy Williams, I've never heard Quincy Jones talk like this.
Right.
Quincy Jones knows everybody, been everywhere, did everything. The man is credible.
Yeah,
the man is credible.
He's very credible.
So if Charlamagne had said this, then to me, yes, gossip, blase, blah.
Yeah.
But for me, hanging out with old people, you know what I mean? Yeah. The stuff that slips out of old people's mouths, the jewels that I've gotten, that's why I'm sitting behind this table.
So let's talk about, before we go into the other things that Quincy has said.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about so far what we ran down about what Quincy said.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson's a thief.
Yep.
Addicted to plastic surgery.
We knew that.
And that drug that killed him.
The drugs, right?
Propofol. He had a problem with the propofol.
He told us the killer.
Sam Giancana killed the Kennedys. A lot of people else knew that already.
Killed the Kennedy.
Right.
Killed JFK.
Right.
He said Richard Pryor and Marlon Brando had sex.
Yeah, they're bisexual people in Hollywood.
Bisexual. yeah.
Oh my God.
So he exposed that.
Okay.
And that who else? Marvin Gaye and and James Baldwin.
Right.
These are the names he.
Hey, General, real talk.
Yeah.
Do you like now that you heard this information? Let's say we believe it. Do you think? Do you consider Richard Pryor bisexual? Or just or Richard was just
let the man live
sex.
in peace. Let the man rest in peace.
I'm not.
Go ahead.
I'm not surprised. You know, I mean, we're gonna talk about it. I'm not surprised because of how he lived his life. As far as it's luck, man, sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yeah, I know.
You know, and you know.
But okay,
that's
like
his business if he did.
No.
But I'm not surprised about it.
Do
I believe it? Yes.
First of all, I believe it. Second of all, I don't give a damn who you sleep with, whatever. I don't care. It's just that, like, when I think about like an openly gay person, you understand? I'm like, oh, that person's gay or that person's bisexual. Like,
shout out to Dre. Shout out to
Richard Pryor doesn't come to my mind. Yeah. And just because now I find out he has sex with men, I still don't kind of see him as bisexual. I know that sounds kooky.
I think you're feeding the stereotype.
Which is what?
You're thinking of a stereotype in your head. You
I might very well be.
Yeah, you can't be like, oh, when I think of a gay person, I don't think of this person. You're stereotyping. Right
I
now.
agree. That's why I'm here to expose. No, you're absolutely. That's probably why. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're absolutely right. We gotta come against these stereotypes.
Yeah.
You're right. And
do the same thing about black people.
Completely 100% right.
So
listen, you're right.
Listen. So you know he talked about Oprah.
But I'm not surprised by that at all. Go ahead. We listening, Jay. Go ahead.
I think I need to come out the closet and tell you guys something.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go. You're a closeted DJ. What is it?
I'm a lesbian.
Oh, here we go. You're done.
Drop the bomb on yourself, young squire.
I'm a lesbian, y'all.
Go
do the sound effect, yo. Get
out of here.
Do the horn.
All right, so here's what he had to say about.
Who cares?
Here's what he had to say about Bill Cosby, which I'm surprised he didn't throw him under the bus because him and Bill are friends or whatever.
Go ahead.
But okay, so basically the interviewer asked Quincy, he said, but what about the alleged behavior of a friend of yours like Bill Cosby? Is it hard to square what he's been accused of with the person you know? And Quincy's response was, it was all of them. Brett Ratner, he put out names. Harvey Weinstein, he's a job mother effer. Wouldn't return my 5 phone calls. He's a bully. And then the interview goes on to say, but what about Cosby though? And then Q said, what about it?
Did you see that gangster move?
Wait.
Did you see that gangster move?
And then he said, were the allegations a surprise to you?
And then Quincy says, we can't talk about this in public, man.
Hold on.
Again, we can't talk about it in public, but you already said some things, you know what I'm saying, that are detrimental about these people.
But did you see the gangster move? There are several people that he named, right? But one person is friend he didn't throw under the bus. That's gangster. That's loyalty. Whether you think he did it or not, right? The guy pushed him, and he was like, I ain't gonna talk about that. That's mental discipline. You already throwing people out on the bus.
That's crazy, bro.
Right. And now they trying to like, well, what about Cosby? Like, what about it? Like he's gangster.
Yeah,
man.
See, he didn't talk about Cos. Well,
Danielle was like pushing the envelope to see what they can say to shock us. Is it decent, and is the person cool about it? I guess it's whatever you can say and still sleep at night comfortably.
Yeah.
I just think it's interesting how he felt comfortable exposing Michael Jackson that way, but then doesn't feel comfortable talking about Cosby. You know what I mean? Maybe it was just the fact that, because all he's saying about Michael is just like, oh yeah, he stole music, but who everyone steals music. That's not even. It's not even. I don't even think it's a big deal. Maybe that's why he just threw it out there. But you see, with the Cosby thing, maybe it's still a sensitive topic, and maybe it's since a lot of movements, they look at the Me Too movement, it like Cosby and then all the other celebs, that he's one of the people that kicked off this movement. You know what I mean? Right. Maybe he felt it was safer to not speak on Cosby.
Do you think that what he said about Michael was explosive or
no?
Exactly, but that Cosby thing is like
it's
fire right now.
It still has fire. It still has fire right now. That people are waiting on that one.
Yes.
So now on politics and on social issues, they asked Q, they asked Quincy Jones. They said, are we in a better place as a country than we were when you started doing humanitarian work 50 years ago, right? So Q said, no, we're the worst we've ever been, but that's why we're seeing people try and fix it. Feminism, women are saying they are not going to take it anymore. Racism, people are fighting it. He said, God is pushing the bad in our face to make people fight back.
I'm going
to clap it up for that
I completely agree with that.
You're going to get applause from me on that one. So that part of the interview, I definitely was feeling that part of the interview.
Mm-hmm.
But now, let's see who he attacks, who he goes after next.
Quincy.
All right.
Quincy was saucy that day.
Okay. And then he went on. If you could snap your fingers and fix one problem in the country, what would it be? And Q said, racism. I've been watching it for a long time. The 30s to now. We've come a long way, but we've got a long way to go. The South has always been effed up, but you know where you stand. The racism in the North is disguised. You never know where you stand. That's why what's happening now is good, because people are saying they are racist who didn't used to say it. Now we know. So salute to Q on that.
But he asked him, but what stirred everything up? Is it all about Trumpism?
Go ahead.
And he's like, it's Trump and uneducated rednecks. Trump is just telling them what they want to hear. I used to hang out with them. He's a crazy MFer. Limited mentally. A megalomaniac narcissist. I can't stand him. I used to date Ivanka, though. Oh, yeah. He dated Ivanka.
Other than the fact,
so y'all can see it.
Right.
Other than the fact that he smashed Trump's daughter, right? Ooh, shocking.
Wait. He's like, he said, yes, sir, 12 years ago. Tommy Hilfiger, who was working with my daughter, Kidada, said, Ivanka wants to have dinner with you. I said, no problem. She's a fine. I'm a mother effer. She had the most beautiful legs I ever saw in my life. Wrong father, though.
Okay. Other than the fact that he said I smashed his daughter, what he said about Trump, who didn't know that? Who's surprised? Who's shocked?
But it's coming from someone who actually hangs out with him, though.
He said Trump is limited mentally.
Who didn't know that? Who didn't know that?
He's a megalomaniac.
Who didn't know that?
We know
narcissistic.
Who didn't know that?
He said, I can't stand him. I used to date Ivanka.
We didn't know he dated Ivanka.
I didn't know that.
Yo, that's
a big Hollywood star screwed another Hollywood
star. But listen, it's coming from someone who actually hung out with him. Like he said himself, like, I've been around him. I can't stand him, though.
So what is it?
Everyone else is saying they can't stand him just because of, his media presence and, he's just spewing nonsense.
So what is it? Okay, so what is it about the fact that he knows him is what's, I don't know, is what's moving you in this instance? That's what I'm saying.
I just feel like he's more credible because he's actually hung out. He hung out with him before the presidency. He knew he was a narcissist before the presidency.
True.
He knew that he was, had a limited mindset before the presidency, So, people may think that Trump is doing all this for the TV and the lights and just the attention, but no, Quincy's saying he's been like this. Forget the fact that he's been on a TV show, forget the fact that, just businessman, just him as a personality, like He sat down next to him, had full conversation with him, and just like, I don't F with you.
I got you. Now here's where I'm coming from. I gotta put my old man hat on. You know, I got friends that are doctors, PhDs, pastors, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know the stuff I know about these people? You know, look, people in high positions, right? They're just people. So I guess when I'm 25, 30, whatever year, you know what I mean, I'm still kind of starstruck, or I'm still moved by a person's position and a person's title, I'm surprised. I know pastors that do real shady stuff. Personally, I know psychiatrists that are on the drugs they prescribe, right? Swear to God, I know politicians. Like, what I'm saying to you is, I hear what you're saying about the personal aspect of being able, but to like Norm, for instance, the stuff that Norm knows, right, that he keeps to himself, right? People in positions of power are just people. If someone shows you who they are, this is a case I agree with Oprah. Believe them. Trump showed you he was narcissistic. He showed you he was mellow, whatever she said, and he showed you that he was limited mentally, right? Yeah. Now it's confirmed. You see, I hear what you're saying about that. But when someone shows you and tells you who they are, you believe them. You feel me? Like, he ain't doing nothing but telling the truth. It's just salacious and gossipy and all that other stuff. I never heard Quincy Jones say nothing about nobody ever in all the years.
That's real. So, okay, you know what? But you know what else he said? He said, because he referred to Oprah or whatever, and you know, you want to talk about Oprah? Okay, well, basically, let me wrap up the Trump thing.
Go ahead,
Trump thing is, he doesn't know. This is his words. He doesn't know shit. Someone who knows about real leadership wouldn't have as many people against him as he does. He's a fucking idiot.
I agree with that.
So
okay, go ahead.
You can put the Trump thing to rest.
All right, yes.
No doubt.
Now, the Oprah thing, he asked.
You want to be the interviewer? Or?
I'll be the interviewer.
Yeah.
You'll be Quincy. You be
Act
Quincy.
this out. It's going to be cool, y'all. Go ahead.
Okay.
I love this crap.
Would your friend Oprah be a good president?
I don't think she should run. She doesn't have the chops for it. If you haven't been governor of a state or the CEO of a company or a military general, you don't know how to lead people.
She is the CEO of a company.
A symphony conductor knows more about how to lead than most business people. More than Trump does. He doesn't know shit. Someone who knows about real leadership wouldn't have as many people against him as he does. He's a fucking idiot. Okay, that was acted
That's
out
Oprah.
by me.
And that concludes our acting out.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing he said I disagree with. 'Cause I think.
Yeah, he was wrong.
No, he was wrong. She is a
She's
CEO.
a great leader.
Yeah.
And she has a lot of people behind her.
That's the only thing. He might have been saucy by that point.
Yeah,
could have been up for real. Like,
he
probably
was
saucy.
He shouldn't have came.
Waiting for his nap.
See,
Hold on.
Here's where I'm kind of upset with Q, because I mean, Oprah, and again, this is a hot live interview. So my thing, what I mean by live interview, that anything you say may be used and seen publicly.
And Q knows that better than anybody. But Q knows that.
Here's my conspiracy. Do you for a second could you believe or think about it this way? What if he's saying that to put a battery in her back to make her run? Because we all know she's the CEO. Hello, Oprah is a walk-in business. Own network. What do you believe? Like, do you think he's just saying that to maybe make her be more influenced to run?
I don't think
he's not
I don't think
stupid.
he has any ulterior motives.
That's how he actually feels.
I don't think he has any ulterior motives.
So you think it's just feelings?
I believe that's how he actually feels. I mean, he basically said how he feels. He said look at his words. I don't think she should run. She doesn't have the chops for it. If you haven't been governor of a state or the city, which I agree with.
That's exactly what I was saying.
If you haven't been governor or at least senator or in some type of political arena or whatever like that, you know, you shouldn't be able to run. But when he says the CEO of a company, which Trump is, and that doesn't mean ish,
right,
or a military general, you don't know how to lead people. Is there truth to that? Is there truth to that?
In that sense, yes. Because I was saying the same thing when we were talking about Oprah being president. I love Oprah just as much as the next person, but I feel like the presidency should just be reserved for people who have a passion for politics, who have been studying it for years, who have started from being like a freeholder to being a mayor to being the senator to be, being like just really worked up the ranks because they're really passionate about it. Yes. I don't think it should be a popularity contest.
And I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. but you got to understand that the Constitution is written in such a way that any of us could decide that we want to be president if we feel so, that we want
compelled to do so.
Right. If we feel so compelled to do it, we can be president.
And
so if it's going to be reserved for people with experience and with respect to everything that you just said, then that needs to be amended. That clause in the Constitution needs to be amended along with the other 25 things that's on there that should be amended as well too.
I mean, hey.
While I agree that you should have experience, you should be in local politics, that day is over. That day has ended. Trump has killed that. This is what I'm saying. So I do got a problem with Q shooting a shot against Oprah like that. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I think they're friends.
Don't discredit her.
I think they've been together, seen together, they're friends, whatever. I understand that's how you feel, but I'm thinking about Danielle Spencer and this when I'm talking now, like, yo, you should have kept that to yourself. Okay, but watch this. When you're talking about, you're saying that, she doesn't have experience or whatever, neither does Trump. If I got two people that don't have experience, Trump or Oprah, who do you think I'm picking?
True.
Oprah. You know what I mean? So this argument that you're saying, like, you need to have experience and this and that and the other, look. It started to fracture a little bit with the second Bush. That's when you seen things start to kind of shift. You saw things shift politically when Al Gore won it, but then Bush took it and everything. Yeah, follow me in the war. You remember that? The recession, the war crimes, Dick Cheney, all this other stuff. That's when you saw things start to go a little awry. When Mr. Celebrity Man came in, right? All bets are off. You cannot put the milk back into the carton.
But I don't.
You can't.
I hear you.
I hear you. With that.
But that shouldn't set the standard now. There shouldn't be a new standard because now he's in office. I think we need to be a little bit more strict with our leadership. We can't just have nobody be leading.
No, hold on. There should not be, but there is.
I know, but that doesn't mean. But that doesn't give us the right to keep it that way.
No. Listen. I'm going to hold to my standard and project it. But I'm not going to also not deny, right? We are in completely uncharted territory. You dig what I'm saying? The longer this guy is in office, the harder it is going to be for us to get pulled back.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, there's a possibility that another celebrity will be president. Ronald Reagan was a celebrity. What are you talking about? He was an actor with no blah, blah, blah.
And let's not forget.
We're talking about the ability to to actually be a good president, whatever like that.
I think Oprah has that ability.
And Q said she doesn't. Right?
I disagree with him.
And to me, I disagree too, because I'm telling you, the key thing, the key component of being a good president is two things. One, the ability to lead, which Oprah can do.
She's proven that.
And then two, you have to be an extraordinary delegator to know what you cannot do.
Yes,
and
sir.
get the right people in your administration that knows how to get certain jobs done. You have to be an extraordinary delegator.
Yes.
Those two things, that's really all you need. That's really all you need.
Do you think she would be a good president?
She already said how she felt.
I already said how I felt. I have a standard.
Respect.
You saying the standard changes because we have a celeb as a president now. I hear you, but my standard, and I'm just speaking for myself. My standard is I want you to have political experience before you stand up and be president of the country.
So could she be a good president without the experience? That's my question.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I agree.
But
that's my point.
But you can't forget that when you're president, you're also in charge of a whole military. You're in charge of our whole defensive system
delegate.
as a right.
You delegate. You get the right generals in place. You get the right people to run.
But how do you know who are the right people if you don't have experience in it already?
Because you reach out and you get the best. Somebody like Oprah can reach out.
Advisors.
Yes, totally you got advisors. You can reach out and you can get the best person for this position and the best person to handle this or whatever like that. And now, mind you, you're letting them run the whole military aspect of it, and they're coming to you for a yes or no.
Right.
Now, those generals that you done picked out are saying, what do you think? Should we really go in and bomb Iraq? Should we bomb Iraq? And they're like, go in. Or, no, don't go in.
Do you remember the second Bush campaign? Check this out. Colin Powell, Condoleezza Rice, Dick Cheney. I'm not a Republican. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
The people that the president had under him, his squad was hella intelligent and hella tight. Some people said that the vice president was running the country when he was. Does anybody remember this?
Yes.
Yeah.
So everyone that the second Bush had around him had more experience in other areas, which is why I admire him, because he had enough sense to say, you know what? Colin Powell for military, Condoleezza Rice for Secretary of State, as opposed to Trump, who's like, you know what I mean? Let the doctor run the projects and blah, 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 blah. So I think it's possible to pull smart people around you and let them run your company. Yeah. Like, you dig what I'm saying? Yeah, no doubt. Bush did it.
Yeah.
And while we on all this celebrity talk, don't gloss over the fact that you had somebody like Arnold, who was a bodybuilder, famous actor.
He's also hella intelligent.
Yeah, and then he became governor of California, and he didn't do such a bad job at that.
He didn't have experience, did he?
Ronald Reagan.
He didn't have experience either.
Actor.
Right.
Ronald Reagan was an actor.
But Arnold was hella smart. Arnold is intelligent as hell, and I believe Oprah Winfrey's intelligent
I
as
hear
hell.
you, but at least he was a governor first. Like he got a little something under his belt.
You talking about Reagan? Was something like all the things that I just know. I'm talking about Arnold.
No, because she said at least he was governor first.
And Oprah has a genuine compassion for people.
Yeah.
And you have to have that element too. You have to have a genuine compassion and true love for the people. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Arnold Schwarzenegger had absolutely zero experience, and he was a good governor. That's the point.
Right.
Jesse Ventura was a wrestler. He was a phenomenal governor. You remember Jesse Ventura?
Yeah.
Phenomenal, hella smart, phenomenal governor. No experience.
Yeah, can I hit the chat real quick? Daniel Spencer was like, unfortunately, he, Trump, has lowered the bar even more when it comes to running the country. Nene, just hop into the check-in. Hi, Nina Mina.
Hey.
If Quincy shared folks' personal business, he is wrong.
Okay.
And Jay Gray was like, the vice president needs to be a politician and an advisor for her.
Yeah,
that's I agree. We just said
Clap that up.
I agree.
I hear you. I hear you.
It's like Bush the second.
And shout out to Nina Mina. No, if you just joined us, one of the things we did talk about earlier was what's a time in your life when you was given a second chance? And Danielle, I think you probably missed that too, whatever. But what's a time in your life when you was given a second chance? And then the other thing we discussed, just giving you a rundown.
Yes.
Strangers and friends that treat you better than family. All right. So that was the other thing. And then right now we're currently talking about Quincy Jones. He exposed everybody, man. Like all the Hollywood heads or whatever. He exposed them all. And we was talking about, should he have remained quiet? You know, so there's an article. And the article actually comes from what magazine or what?
Vulture.com.
Vulture.com.
Right.
And it's a recent interview. He just did this interview, so you may want to check that out on Vulture.com. Quincy went in on a lot of people. Michael Jackson said some things about Richard Pryor, said some things about the assassination of JFK, who really did it. He went in on Oprah, you know, when asked if we think she would be a good president or whatever, you know. So it was a lot. So that was the quick recap for you.
That's just he honestly, I think you guys should take a read of it. I'm gonna put the link in our comment section.
Yeah,
right now.
put it in the chat. And remember, phone lines are open. Call in
646-233-1302.
I'm gonna put the link in the chat for you guys to really check it out, because he really was I think he was speaking some real. Some of it, I feel like some of it's a little like, all right, you didn't need to go there, but I think it's worth a read.
And I want to pull out my old man card again. Never in my life did I expect to see a black president. Okay, I saw it. Never in my life did I expect a truth to be told that I already knew, which is that the government, right, dumped drugs in the community.
Right.
That's public information. Never in my life did I ever think that a court system would say that the United States government was complicit in the death of Martin Luther King. These are all things that I already knew, right? But I'm seeing it. So what I'm saying with Quincy is, just stick around, guys. You're going to see a lot more. Like, don't be surprised, right? If you know what I mean. Like, you're dealing in an industry that's of low character. The Hollywood industry, the entertainment industry is devilish. Who is surprised by that? I think that we should take these truths that we're told, right, and look at ourselves to see what type of character do we have. Well, look, will we steal somebody's music? Right? Will we have crazy? Are we boss? Whatever. Like, we should take this time to reflect on ourselves, not the sensational aspect of it. I personally, just Dawood does not reflect my boss or anyone else on the thing. I believe everything he said. That's just me. I don't think he's making it up. I don't think he wants to be sensationalized. I don't think he needs money. I don't think he needs likes or hits. I think it's an old man sitting down at the table like, here you go, before I die, I'm gonna let it all out.
There you go.
That's all. Keep living, y'all. You're gonna see some more crazy shit.
No doubt, no doubt. Shout out to Yo. She dropped that link in the chat for y'all, so make sure y'all check out that link.
I got
Respect.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, Dad, we covered a lot.
Yeah, Tom, keep on flying.
Listen,
ain't enough time in the day.
We gave you guys a lot of gems today. All right.
No
as
doubt.
as per usual. As per usual.
No doubt, no doubt. But if you missed any of it, yes. See the love right there? See
We
that love?
love you.
If you missed any of the show, just go back and watch it again. Just go back and watch it again.
Yes.
And share it out for other people to watch it.
Yes.
And we want to thank everybody that's joined us on YouTube and Twitter and Periscope and everything. But we got a hot or not, so don't go nowhere.
Yes.
We got a hot or not, and we're going to explain what our hot or not is for you right now.
All right. So for those of you who are new and they're just joining us, this is your first time with the Man Cave Morning Show. Our Hot or Not segment is specifically to these new and upcoming artists, and we created this segment so they can get their shine, get their music out there. So,
but y'all are the judge.
Yes.
We are the judge.
Yes.
So we need y'all to tell us and keep it 100 whether you think this song is hot or not. We want y'all to be honest.
Be honest.
Be honest whether you think the song is hot or not.
Yes.
And we're going to run that for y'all today. And who's the artist we had today?
Okay, so today's artist, her name is Zoila. That's Zoyla.
Zoyla.
Her Twitter is Zoyla Worldwide. And you can also find her on Instagram at Zoyla_music. So her track that we're going to play today, the track is called Warriors. So let us know what you think about this track. Is it hot or is it not? Let's get it.
No need to worry, no need to fret. I'll be here for you till the very end. Breathe production. 'Cause I never wanna see you cry. I'll be sure that I be the rock that you need to stay by your side. 'Cause when the seas get rough and you don't have enough, I'll be here to motivate you to not give up. 'Cause yes, we are human and nobody's perfect. Sometimes we may fail, but it's not the end. No.
Okie dokie. All right, squad. What do y'all think? What do y'all think of the song? Was it hot or not? The artist's name is Zoila, and the name of the song is Warrior.
Woo, what say you?
Oh, hot. Hey, boss, what's up with the voice? Pitchy. What's up with her voice?
I'm gonna tell y'all in a second.
Okay. For me, okay.
Go ahead.
For me, hot. Right.
Okay.
I need you to run that track to General and do some things with the voice. I think she can sing, right? But I think it was like the pitchiness was bothering. But hot. There you
Hot. Okay, so we got one hot from the squad. Yo, hot or not?
I think it's hot. I'm gonna support my girl Zoila. You know, girl power, all that. I think it's hot.
Just because she's a girl? So
no, it's not just because she's a girl. I think it's hot.
Song hot or not?
Oh shoot, I forgot to tag that. I think it's hot.
You just want an Instagram.
But yeah, I do want an Instagram. But you maybe I messed up. Hold on. I think it's hot.
She thinks
but
it's hot.
I do want it to be enhanced a little bit. Something about it, I was just like, it's not a full hot yet. Like,
what part needs to be enhanced, yo?
I think just as a whole, like just the listening experience needs to be enhanced. Like, I had a good experience, but something about it could be enhanced. I will say that.
So okay, so you're saying it's hot.
I'm saying it's hot. It's hot.
So we got two hots. Dr. J.
All right. So I'm gonna say it's a hot. I like her music. She's R&B. You don't really find too much, upcoming R&B these days. The track was really smooth. It went with her voice. You know, the flow. She had a really good message. So I'll say it's definitely hot.
Well, that's 3 for 4. Carries the day.
I'm gonna say hot. But going back to what Wu said, the voice, and I don't blame the artist. I blame the producer,
right?
More so for letting it get past. But just shape that voice up a little bit. You know, EQ that voice up. Put a little pitch correction on the voice. Little pitch correction. You know what I'm saying? Voice is cool. It's cute, but it's okay to have her sing some parts again. You know what I'm saying? That she could sing better, because she was a little pitchy, a little nasally, little, that's all I'm saying. But I'm gonna give it a hot.
Respect.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a hot. Think it's a good song.
Cool.
Think it's a good song.
Well, let me hit the chat. Let me see how the chat was feeling about it. I'm seeing Danielle Spencer, cute voice. She also says, "What if it was faster, like a club beat?" Interesting. Denise Sparrow says hot. Paul Joseph says it's hot. She has a lovely voice. Her voice is strong, well defined. Jay Gray says it's hot. But on top, I see Patricia Given says not. Vocals fell a little short for me. The acoustics were good and good message, but needs work.
gotta love Patricia. So you will read my mind. I ain't gonna front. But I wanted, if we had a lukewarm category.
It's an unofficial lukewarm category.
I would have gave it a lukewarm. I would have gave it the lukewarm because I feel exactly the vocals fell a little short. Yes, vocals fell a little short, but overall it was a good song. So we got one knot. No, you know what? You kind of took the words right out of my mouth.
And I don't think that what Norm is saying or what Patricia is saying is bad. Like, you ever been in a session? I know, other than Norm, like, talented artists, right? Talented artists have to do take after take after.
Yeah.
Do you know Norm can fly in a track, like he can like fly in like the last part you said so I blame the producer, not the talent of the woman that's singing. Not that I'm hating, but you do take after take after take after take after take until you get it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Norm threw me in the studio, right? I wasn't ready or nothing. I'm not even gonna say I'm an artist or nothing. I'm so shy about it, all right, guys? I'm shy about it. But Norm threw me in the studio, right? And it didn't take a toll on my, confidence that he said, run it again. Run it again. It has nothing to do with, you being a bad singer or anything. It has nothing to do with that. Yeah. It's just, it has to be clean. It has to be crisp. So he has to do less work. Feel me?
So why will her
as less work as possible,
So why will her producer let that track out when it's not finished?
some producers are good producers but don't understand vocals.
Right.
See, it's different. It's different.
All right.
You know, like me, I understand vocals. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a singer at all. Can't sing to save my life.
He can sing a little bit.
But I know. But I have an ear.
Right.
I have a good ear.
Right.
You know, for tone and notes and everything. And understand this. People don't realize this. You don't have to be a great singer to make a good song, but you still need to be in the key of the song at least.
Okay.
Only one that could get away with that is Mary J. No, Mary J makes hits, whatever, but that's her style. Her
She
style
created
is
a
to
lane.
go or a little pitchy, be a little pitchy, whatever like that.
Right.
And you expect that from Mary, but she makes bomb songs. She's a great artist. I love Mary J.
Right.
You know, but yeah, you know, you don't like T-Boz. She ain't no great singer.
I love
but she
T-Boz.
falls into the tone of the music.
In the groove,
of the groove, in the key of the song, and that's important. You don't have to be a great singer. We know Macy Gray. You know what I'm saying?
I love Macy.
Macy Gray, but it's the tone that people fall in love with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, or whatever. You know, it's the tone. You don't have to be a Whitney Houston. Everybody is not meant to be a Whitney Houston. You know, you could be a Pharrell, even though Pharrell don't claim to be a singer,
but he makes a hell of a song.
Great songs.
Yes.
And he's in the tone, in the key of where it should be.
Yes, sir.
So
yeah.
Hashtag add lukewarm. That's what Julia's Gray say. I agree too. It's an unofficial middle, okay? It's unofficial.
Yo, Jay Gray asking about the suit and tie and if I got an interview. Nah, bro. Ain't no interview back here. It's all top secret business, all right? Just know. We out here making moves. We out here making moves, baby.
Yeah,
Black excellence.
I make money moves.
He making some BKS moves. So you see him in that tie. He's making some BKS moves.
Gotta go down.
Word.
You're wearing the
Yo,
tie.
when the suit and tie come out, it's about to go down, all right?
Say it
It's
while you
getting
rub your
real.
fingers. Do the Birdman hand rub when you do that. Say that, all right?
All right, y'all.
Some respect for my name.
So shout out to any artist that wants to be on the Hot or Not segment. So if you know somebody or you want to submit their music to us, and we'll play it on the Hot or Not segment of the Man Cave Morning Show. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you email us their music MP3 to mcms@bks1radio.com. That's mcms@bks1radio.com. All right, so any genre of music we will run. We don't care whether it's gospel, R&B, hip-hop, pop, jazz, country, whatever, house. Send us your music to mcms@bks1radio.com. So make sure you tell one, tell all, tell a friend. If they got music and they want to send it to us for us to rate it and you to rate it on the Hot or Not segment on the Man Cave Morning Show. And also, if you would like to be a guest on the Man Cave Morning Show, send your request to mcms@bks1radio.com. Again, that's mcms@bks1radio.com. And if you would like to advertise your business, your product, your event, or your service, email us for low rates. Email us for low rates at mcms@bks1radio.com. Please put ad rates in the subject line. Okay, please. All right. So you got that email. And again, ladies, if there's a question you want to ask the men, is there a specific question you want to ask the men about relationships or whatever? Email Yolande at bks1radio.com. Because why? We want to know. And y'all, I'm quite sure y'all want to know. So again, email Yolande, that's YOLANDE at bks1radio.com. All right, and don't forget, coming up, I forgot this. I forgot this right here. February 24th. How could I forget? It's about to be a movie. February 24th, 2018. And this is going to be at the Ducray Art Center. Beautiful, beautiful building, beautiful place inside. It's a grown, sexy event. All right, it's in the theme of Harlem Nights, people. It's going to be a casino night. Yes, a casino night. 1030 Central Avenue, Plainfield, New Jersey. Your boy DJ Stormnorm will be on the ones and twos. All right, so you can get your tickets. I will post the link. I will post up the link. You can get your tickets. It's going to be an awesome casino night. Yes, I will be on the ones and twos, rocking out. It's the Harlem Nights Casino Night. Yes, you're doing one in North Carolina. And they are doing one in Plainfield, New Jersey at the DeCray Arts Center. Again, that's 1030 Central Avenue in Plainfield, New Jersey, on February 24th. So write it down on your calendar for this amazing event. And here it goes.
New Jersey, stand up. The Harlem Nights Casino Night Multi-City Circuit is coming to Plainfield this February. Come celebrate Black Futures Month in style. This event is going down Saturday, February 24th at the DuCray School of Art. Each guest will receive $1,000 of casino chips and 1 free spirit, redeemable for gifts and raffle prizes at the end of the night. You do not want to miss this event. It's time to get fly, ladies. The Harlem Nights Casino Night Circuit, Saturday, February 24th, Plainfield, New Jersey. Doors open at 9 p.m. Hosted by Chris and Josh. Discounts apply for duo ticket purchases. Get your tickets today at outthebox.ninja. That's OUTTHEBOX.ninja. This is a financially grown event for adults. Must be 21 and up. It's about to be a movie. New Jersey, stand up.
Another great, amazing show with great participants. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. Shout out to everybody leaving comments. Shout out to just everybody, man, listening to us on whatever platform you check us out on, whether it be Facebook, whether it be YouTube, whether it be Twitter, watching us on Periscope, whether you're watching us on Ustream or the mother site, WBKS1.com. We always got something for you. We will be back tomorrow on my birthday. Tomorrow is officially my birthday. Again, I will be 22. Shut up, everybody. I will be 22 years old tomorrow. And we want to thank everybody for joining in on the Man Cave Morning Show. Again, Woo, Yo, Dr. J, any final thoughts about today?
You ready?
Woo?
Yeah.
Listen.
Oh, you got it? You got it?
Nah, go ahead. If you got it, go ahead.
No, I was
going to killing time.
I'm just going to say, live your truth and stand on it. That's all I got. Go ahead, brother. Do your thing.
Yo, just know if you're not perfect, it's all right. Work on yourself. Love yourself. Give out good, positive energy into the universe, and it's going to come back tenfold. All right? Stay true to yourself. Bless.
Don't feed into all the media nonsense. Stay in your own lane and make your own money.
Woo? Oh, did it? I'm sorry.
But I got another one. When you're 85 years old and you're drunk on the acres, don't do interviews. All right, go ahead.
Did you just say that?
Go ahead, Jim.
And put some respect on DJ Storm Norm's name. His birth. Treat him nice. Talk to him nice. His birthday tomorrow.
Stop calling me 60 years old.
Talk to him nice. Put some respect on his
down
name.
Tomorrow, crew. We're gonna burn it down tomorrow night.
I'm gonna read this. And this is my meme of the day.
All right.
My meme of the day is a man that cannot be manipulated by sex intimidates a woman, because now she must bring something of real value to the table.
Hello.
And on that note,
did you just give us tomorrow's show? Did you just?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Y'all heard me.
That's tomorrow's show.
Y'all heard me.
Tune in again.
So again, we want to thank everybody for joining us on the Man Cave Morning Show. We will be back tomorrow. Dr. J, take us out with a banger. And remember, this show is never about us. It's always about you.
Yes.
Because you are the next best kept secret. And we out here. We love you. Bang, 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 bang.
And you're on BKS1 Radio.
It's your girl Chanel, BKS1 Radio, and I'm here with the beautiful Garcelle Bouvet.
I'm paying you later.
Hey, I'm the queen of comedy some more, and right now you're rocking with BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio Network. I'm here with the amazing Miss Tasha Smith. How you doing?
I'm doing so good. Thank you for coming out.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Hello, Denise Boutte. Hey, what's up? Shout out to BKS1 Radio. See you soon.
Brick City's finest, J.D. Williams. I'm in the Savage Podcast Studio, chilling at BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio. I'm here with the legendary Mr. Dick Gregory. How you doing today, sir?
Fantastic, brother, and thank you.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Jamie Foxx, BKS1 Radio. What's going on with you?
Storming on. This is George Dr. Funkenstein Clinton for BKS1 Radio. They be doing the dog, y'all.
Yo, this is Chris Spencer, and you're on